Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them.
Live from Kingston, Jamaica, broadcasting around the world. Around the world. You're watching the Teach Dim YouTube show. Intellectual, yet stimulating. Fair, frank, and factual. And now,
broadcasting live.
We will broadcast
live. This is Extra Class, streaming to the world and beyond.
Hey, let's go.
You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel.
Good night, everyone. Oh, I'm still there. So, good night, everyone. Let me know if you're seeing me clearly. Let me know if you're hearing me clearly. Look like a notification I go out it, so. You understand?
It just came out.
Oh, you get it?
Yeah.
So, are you alone get it?
No.
Okay, you alone, me see ya. Good night, everyone. Let me know if you're seeing and hearing me clearly. If you're seeing and hearing me clearly, welcome to another episode of Extra Class. Episode number an extra class. So let's start. That one there, I not even know what I go on. The person echo. So Scotty, you are echo. That me I try cut from night, man. Them say Scotty are echo.
Mine not?
Talk, Scotty.
Huh?
No? Alright, then say you are echo. Hold on, don't move, you know. Alright, may I try. You sound good, teach. Yeah, man, but the other person, she don't sound so good. Alright, hold on there. Yo, say me can bring up something here, so. Then, put routine. Mic check one. Scotty say something at me here.
Mic check one, audio check one,
I'm
2,
still
3.
not hear you. Alright, so what upon this? Yes, so let me.
I hear you.
Main mix.
Somebody's saying I'm good now.
She good now? Bomba to fix. Scotty, hold on there, cause
Make sure.
how was the honeymoon?
Oh, was my?
Honeymoon.
What honeymoon are you referring to?
The honey and the moon. You look big. You look no, go back to what she was. She good. Hold on. Oh, no, Babsy, what go on? Lady shot. Is she okay now or is she not okay? Let me see.
Audio check 1, 2. Audio check 1, 2, 3.
Lady shot. Is she okay now or is she not okay? Let me see.
Audio check 1.
Oh yeah, she echo again. Bombard.
Yeah, I just heard that one.
All right, talk.
Audio check 1, 2,
Oh,
3.
me not hear. Echo. Bombard. I mean, I say, is it fixing her? Me not like that.
Audio check.
Say something me here.
Audio check 1, 2, 3. Are you hearing me?
Clear, Scotty. Long. Good night. So not hear Scotty now? Because me not hear her now. So if you not hear me, not hear you, make no sense in it. But the first change. Yeah, but me go back to the first change when me do and then nothing now go on. See? Hold on.
Oh, I get 300,000 per month.
So hold on. At least 1 change.
Do I say okay no?
Okay, now let me hear what go on. Babs, where you here for your end? Do it where you here.
Audio check 1, 2, 3. Are you hearing
Oh,
me?
so when me put them I hear you, but they not hear me. I feel sure. Main mix. Start back. Can't start back. No, she echo. Scotty ya echo. Tap your eyes. Why is Scotty ya echo?
I don't know.
Me not like this.
It don't look good.
But when me go so now, them I hear you and not hear me. Hold on. Oh, yes, Babsy, me get that. But then, that a defeat the whole purpose, I think. Yeah, understand? Scotty, tap a nice one. Yeah. Output routing. Custom mix. So Hold on, where this minute on this? So I'm bring this into the mix mind. What is minute on this? All right. So you remember me I said to you earlier, I said yo, you fit up on that channel I hold on there. Let me see if I can see me change something here, so. Pro chat. Scotty, say something at me here, you know.
Microphone check.
How is that?
Audio check.
Yeah, Babs,
One,
me I do
two,
all of that,
three.
mama. Me know you know it, you know. Scotty, say something.
Audio check.
Oh, she just
Microphone
a echo.
check.
She still a echo? Oh.
Yeah, it seems so.
Bombard.
So I'm still not where I'm supposed to be.
You're still not sensible.
You're so rude.
Say something.
Microphone check. Audio check.
Take.
1, 2, 3. You disappear a while ago.
You're still a echo.
Yeah, hear the echo there now.
I wonder if this is better now. Say something.
Microphone check. Audio check. 1, 2, 3.
So what am I say? People, me test this since night, you know. Sound like it's still a echo.
Is it still echoing? Can somebody say?
Say me change this here, so.
Yeah,
Still a echo. Teach if I can't fix it, start the show. No, bro, but the show can't go on without Scotty, you know.
Yeah, oh, why? I don't like that.
What is not right here, sir? Something not right, you know, but I was wrong.
Bobsy said check if there's a reverb on the interview audio.
No, reverb not really on. Me I hear a little reverb thing to still in about, you know, there. Because Babsy know it thing, you know, Babsy know it, you understand?
Bobsy said it sounds good now.
Oh, really?
That
It off
she
now?
just said.
Bomba, what am I do? Alright, here we go. I
Don't
not
get
touch a
too-
thing. I not touch nothing.
Don't get too happy.
Work with it. So hold on. Let me honest. If
So you're hearing me?
loud and clear.
Alright, so they say sounds good.
Mm.
And you don't know where you touch.
I touch a whole heap of things in the mama.
That's your problem.
You understand?
Your touches.
Eh.
How much are they?
We are what we are, man.
I'm lead.
I didn't say that, you know. Just say we are what we are. I mean, I tell us I think no balance for me yesterday, but today, but no. Me blind.
Which one of us wear glasses?
Yeah, look to you. Both of us. All right, peeps. Yes, it's a work, I know. All right. So, I'm not trouble nothing. Let me see something. I touch something still. You know what cause problem? When me I take phone
When the call comes
I bet
in,
you
right?
any money. Never go sit down and work through this still. But me test the things since here. Scotty, big up yourself. Introduce yourself. Because you're new. You're basically new.
What am I introducing myself as?
To the people, you're married name be.
I'm not married. Stop it, guys. Stop listening to him. I'm not married. I'm still single and available. I'm ready whenever the person is. Just reach out. So don't listen to him. But good night to you guys. It's been a while, I know. But I am back here and now ready to have a chat with you guys. Hi, Dwight. Yes, it's been a while. I didn't go anywhere. There was no honeymoon. There was no vacation. There was nothing. I was just home, recuperating
From what?
from stress.
From stress. Yes, on the person where they then for reach out and touch the Lord. Teacher, I will get her a Canadian man. Okay. Then some man there Canada.
Yep, Babsy. I'm willing for that.
All right, peeps. Good night. thanks to be patient and we work through them little things here. You understand? France got to get raised up here, me not see her. So you see, look like thing are going good for her on one part. You understand? You're principal, no? No?
What comes above principal?
What comes about principal?
EO?
EO.
Yeah, me that.
Oh. Okay. All right, sir. But it's good to see you. The people them been asking.
Yeah,
All the
it's not
cheerleading,
okay.
but everything good. You understand what I say? Them say it a work, so me nah trouble it again. You understand? I want me to touch your wrong sitting later. Cause say, you know what thing. But peeps, good night. We're there again. Them something I have to go on from Friday night, but too much things here. It's weeks, but we're there now. So we plan for take some cars. Jeez. Lord. Raise your right hand and touch it that stream to that because I sure so the first one call come in, somebody going to echo. So Scotty alone up on screen, hold on there. Or me alone reach once. Oh yeah. Yeah man. So hold on. So where camera there for this not turn on? Boom,
God, that God.
Nah man, it turn on now man. Engineer. Oh yeah, so Babsy I raise an engineering phone. You understand? We give thanks to that. So when Babsy said we need an engineered phone.
Engineer.
Yeah man, give thanks sis. You see, big up yourself. So with there peeps, yeah. So, I'm not even doing no news since we just tired and busy and caught up and frustrated about some things and this. But with there I give thanks. Life is good. You understand what I say? And thing and the last time we spoke, well, it was a call-in stream. Many people voiced their views as to the raise of pay for members of the political directorate. You understand? Especially in comparison to other public sector workers and these things, especially teachers and nurses and doctors and police and them. Scotty, in general though, what are your first thing as a teacher? Can I not think we talk since we don't get whole heap of money.
Hold on. What whole heap of money you referring to, Mr. Sir? What are you
The
talking about?
increase in teachers' salary in under the public sector reclassification exercise,
Restructure? Oh,
restructuring
okay.
exercise. It is not livable wages.
Uh well, for me, I am a single female and livable. Um Yeah, if I'm being honest, I live on it. I do. Could it be better though? Yes. And especially in looking at the work that I put in, because I can only speak for myself.
You work
I
hard.
think I think I work very hard, and you know this.
Me ask, my
No,
job
but
is.
you don't ask what you already know.
Okay, all right.
So because of the work that I put in, I really believe that I deserve better. I really
So,
think I do.
yeah. So what would you have? What type of increase would you have like to see then? A fair increase.
Certainly not 200%.
No man, I'm not.
I-
I'm talking about teachers.
No, man. As I say, I wouldn't expect teachers to receive
Oh, not
200%
200.
increase.
I think it
Certainly
was
not
what
that.
20%.
Yes, we received 20% over 3 years. I think it is.
20% over 3 years.
Yeah, man. I think it's over 3 years. It's not 20% each year. No, it's over 3 years. It's divided.
So
Um,
50% to then. All right.
yeah, it could have been better. To be honest with you, I think it could have been better. I think we could have been offered something way better. Maybe at 50%, more persons would have been more less displeased about what was offered and be more acceptable. For me, as I say, I can only speak on my behalf. I cannot speak on any other person's behalf. 50% would not have been bad. And I recognize that persons will say that this is the biggest increase we would have been offered over the years. And while I do recognize that, we also need to bear in mind that cost of living has increased
Inflation high.
very high. Um, just the other day, I see JMMB messaged me to say that the mortgage would increase because I think it's something under the mortgage
It's
rate.
tied to inflation.
So that would have increased. So I mean, if you're offering me a salary increase, let it be something that I can, appreciate. And I'm not trying to be greedy and I'm not trying to demand more than I deserve. I just want to be compensated fairly.
So now, comparatively now, seeing that teachers were given a raise of 20%, and the political directorate in some instances, they have people within, I get almost 300% increase. Yeah. Your views.
I'm going to run for council up in
Up now, oi.
yeah, I'm going to run for councillor up there.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Go
transfer
ahead.
your vote, please.
Transfer my vote.
Yes, please. So you can
We have
vote
we
for
have
me.
spoken before in person about it. You know, my view is that, of course, a raise. Why not? You understand? If you work anyway for a period of time, you'd expect some form of upward move in your remuneration. But the level of increase, com- especially in the atmosphere of what went on with the public sector restructuring and the disquiet that existed there, Zane,
The
and the
civil
struggles
servant.
that continue to exist among public sector workers, Zane, the level of increase was absolutely
Astronomical.
criminal.
It was.
The timing of the increase, seeing that you were asking public sector workers just the other day to accept this, Zane, is really and truly unconscionable. I have said that. So I am not opposed to
Them
political
getting an
representatives
increase.
getting an increase. I mean,
No,
fair is fair. But the
exactly.
level of the increase, you understand, when you were asking public sector, and I'm saying if you are not willing to accept what you ask people to accept, don't ask them to accept that.
All right, this is what I was saying to a coworker on Friday. Because I haven't, me not upon a strike. I go work, go do what I need to do. I was saying to a coworker, this is what it feels like. In the most basic term, this is what it feels like. So you would have come to me and said, all right, Scotty, things tight. You understand? Me I give you $50. Me know say I know $50 you forget, but I want me have right now. So me I go ask you, take it in good faith, say. Me know you not forget this and at some
Until me
point down the
can get
line.
75 or 100.
Yeah. So and me mind me don't want to take the $50, but because of how you have me I say, all right, me I take the $50 in a good faith because you said nothing else no there. Only say 2 days down the line, me see you take $5,000 after you beg me to take $50. Me not like it. And for me, that's the simplest term I look at it in. Me cannot appreciate it.
If I could add some bass my mic, but that's a different story for next time. Kind of a little bit thinny, but yeah, man. And as I said, what if I was involved in the decision in political directorate salary, Zane, this is what I would have done. You understand? I don't think there should, whatever public sector workers get, the level of raise that they get probably should have been reflected for politicians as well. Yeah, that are one. But people may say that kind of unfair teach, but fine. That is my view. Secondly, if we are okay, we will give politicians say 100% raise over the 3 years, Scotty. Zane,
Yeah.
this is how you go about it. In the first year, you go 50%. In the second year, you go up, you add the next 20, you add 25, so you add
25.
75. And the third year, now you add the next 25. So it's a little bit more palatable.
You
You
slowly
understand what I mean?
squeeze
So
it
you
on.
kind of easy teen. You know, just drop everything for everybody. So boom.
Yeah, man. You add it and it's slowly.
You understand what I say?
Lubrication.
So the 200 and plus percent is really and truly it rough. You understand
So
what I
it's
say?
hard to swallow. It's hard to swallow. It's very hard to swallow.
So what not
Very
strike
hard.
for you now?
I tell you, I'm not striking. I
What
didn't say that.
your colleagues are strike for?
You would have to ask them that.
So I think you ask them to tell me.
I go to work.
Oh, you
I am
went to
at
work.
Yeah, man. I went to work.
Oh.
I went to work.
Eh.
I was at
And one
work.
of the things too is that as we have spoken before, the salary increase of politicians, there's a band. Yeah? So there's a lower end of the band, there's a middle range, and there's an upper end. Their increase is at the upper end. You understand what I'm saying?
So why not at the middle?
I couldn't tell you that because I never asked them. Just like you know ask the teachers them why they must strike, me they ask the politician them neither. You understand? So the two there, I wonder. You see me? This
We
is
are
the way,
both left
but
in the dark.
so initially Mark Golden had said he will take 20% of his increase and give 80% to the needy
I heard that.
until all issues surrounding the restructuring of the public sector thing is worked out. So if that
Okay.
don't work out, a man and he might take him 100%. That is what he said. The prime minister now on the flip side of that decided that he will not take $1 out of the proposed increase. Your views. Can we just run 3 views then before? You can ask me what I think, you know. Can I think enough things, you know?
I know you do. I know you do. But I would have asked you a question concerning the prime minister not taking the prime minister's increase,
Yeah.
but would he then take the MP? I think that's the one I
Or the
asked you about.
cabinet.
Yes.
All right. No, him not take nothing. So let me put that out there. So let me
Okay.
read the info. So PM seeks to dispel misinformation on his decision to forego salary increase. So the Prime Minister Andrew Holness is let me move this from here so and put this as someone off here brought me Garlene. Prime Minister Andrew Holness is seeking to dispel what he describes as misinformation on his decision to relinquish his salary increase. According to a statement from the office of the Prime Minister, there have been assertions to the effect that while Holness will not take the new salary as Prime Minister, the highest salaries for cabinet ministers or combination of members of parliament and ministers' salaries would apply. So him is a minister of defense, him is a minister of job creation and economic growth. So yeah man, that and the film him run that to and them something. So people as so you're not the prime minister money. So you go take the cabinet
That
minister
money,
money. Oh, you're not the minister cabinet, so you go take the new MP money. He's only you remember we're having the discussion, so you can't do 2 government work and get 2 pay. You only can get 1 salary. So
Okay.
bear that in mind. You understand? If you're working for as far as I know, you can only receive 1 salary. And the only way if you keep 1 post in government and work in another one, you have to be placed on secondment. As far as I know. So I could continue. Now, so we said that. The OPM noted that for an abundance of clarity, Holness does not receive separate compensation as a member of parliament or as a cabinet minister. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, who constitutes the Prime Minister of Jamaica, who constitutionally must be elected member of parliament and chairman of the cabinet, is also minister with responsibility for the office of the Prime Minister, minister with responsibility for the cabinet office, and minister with responsibility for the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, as I just said. For these discrete functions, the Prime Minister receives only 1 salary. The statement read. It added that this is in keeping with the long-established principle of the government of Jamaica that individuals paid by the consolidated fund shall only receive 1 salary, regardless of the number of discrete jobs or functions they perform. You understand? Lady Janet, good night. It's been a lot. Oh, I can't catch a note there, but it's good to see you. You know, we have been up your face.
What's with you and the singing?
You know, look all again there. I've been at practice my singing. Good night, Miss Brown. It's good to see you. You understand me? I said, then practice makes good singing. Make we continue. I know we're perfect part. It added that this is in key. Yeah, we said that already. Additionally, in cases where people hold multiple jobs or have discrete functions, the office holder would be compensated at the highest salary of the jobs or functions. So if you have 3 responsibilities in government, you will be paid the one which is at the highest level.
Okay.
You understand? So following public outcry, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has given up his massive salary increase that would have seen his pay balloon to $28.6 million in April of 2014. Nice good food. Instead, he will remain at his current salary of roughly $9 million. In fairness, Scotty, I'm say it already, I'm going to say it again. $9 million for the Prime Minister don't look good. You understand what I say? I am strong. If I was a Prime Minister, I mean people say, oh, it's serve, yeah, serve. So you're serving is a job. The Prime Minister carry 3 million people on him back. In fairness to the Prime Minister. You understand? You carry 3 million people on your back. And you give me $9 million if you carry 3 million. That don't look good, to be honest with you. Yeah, one good 15, 16 mil not sound bad. You understand? But 9 million not and nobody can tell me that they would be satisfied as a Prime Minister of Jamaica earning $9 million. Yeah, liar tell. I wouldn't be satisfied. So don't tell me, say me I serve my country for 15, 18 years. You understand? And God bless. You look up it. So me no know. But me could move on. But $9 million don't look good. You can't look at me as Prime Minister and tell me say give me $9 million. Me not know about that. Yeah, they want to say, but he knows that him, which is true. He did know still. But say, you understand? One look race can put on the thing, man. But not $28 million in a 3 years. That rough. Pan the country like. So, I'm sure we're there, so now. Instead, he will remain at his current salary of roughly $9 million and will not therefore receive any retroactive payments. Because one of the points that I was trying to make to people is that, oh, them did I get it from last year, April? No. It retroactively. So that is when the cycle started. So they would then get the back pay there. One nice go food that in the brother. You know, rich, you know? Oh, man, yo. So this is the Prime Minister speaking. I remain firm in my belief that adjustments are necessary to attract, retain and motivate the personnel with the caliber and skills required to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of government. However, considerations of the public sentiment towards politicians and concerns over equity cannot be overlooked, he said. He further stated that despite this quiet, Jamaica is better today for having a coherent, transparent, fair and robust system of determining compensation. This has been talked about for decades, and my administration has gotten it done. Another question that has been raised is for how long the compensation of the Prime Minister would be removed from the new salary scale, because eventually it have to go back. Yeah, you know why? Because it affects all living Prime Ministers, you know. All
That's
Prime
what I
Ministers who
heard.
are currently living are affected.
That's what I heard.
Yo, what you know? So listen to the Prime Minister. I know this fly over enough people head, you know. Listen what going on and dance, so. Because they say tenancy don't put on a dance, you can be the tenancy. What you know? In response to this, the Prime Minister stated this has broader implications for not only the current holder of the office of Prime Minister, but previous holders of the office, as I said, and possibly future holders. Listen this now, you know, done it. This is the important statement. Then see if the best will last or the worst, if you look on it that way. A Prime Minister with a new mandate could always review the position. So long and short, so when we interpret this, so who our interpretation? Whoever win the next general election is able to ask for this to be
To
revisited.
revoke this decision.
That is it. You understand? So apparently him not take no new money for the rest of election cycle, yeah. But if he is so elected next election, I am certain will be some revisitation of this. You understand? Because the Prime Minister earned the lowest money in a parliament.
When is the next election again?
2025.
Oh, that's 2 years away, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Less than
Okay.
1 year and some months. You understand? So, this is where we are. However, now, added to that, I still want me phone line for who want call. Because when I want call and phone have no credit. I want the internet no work with WhatsApp. I don't understand. But we soon get around to that. You mean they talk about call and anything good as no work? So PM's refusal of pay hike has been questioned by experts. See?
Saw that.
So several legal experts, Lady Denise, big up yourself, thanks for the contribution as well. Several legal experts have warned that the Prime Minister's decision to return the hefty salary increase could end in a legal challenge by those affected by his decision, because there's a process to be followed before he can refuse the pay increase. At a press conference on Monday, the Prime Minister declined his pay rise amid public backlash over the massive salary hikes. Before I answer one next question about that, for politicians that were announced last week. So the Prime Minister's salary would have increased from 9.16 million to 22.3 million effective April 1st, 2022, then to 25.2 million effective April 1 this year, and then now to 28.5 million effective April 1 next year, representing a 214% hike. Now, given his announcement, his salary would remain at its current level of 9.16 mil. We said that already. Now, I have directed the Transformation Implementation Unit to remove the Prime Minister's compensation from the new salary scale. The Prime Minister's compensation will therefore remain in its previous levels, Holness had said. And he added, there are those who genuinely feel that, politicians have a higher moral duty to act. What may I look for? However, legal experts have challenged that position, given the impact it would have on other parties who stand to benefit. The pension of former prime ministers is tied to the salary of the current office holder. There are 3 living former prime ministers, P.J. Patterson, Portia Simpson-Miller, and Bruce Golding, where one voluntarily foregoes a benefit that cannot operate in law or in equity to the prejudice of the other beneficiaries, say Bert Samuels. So him say, yeah. A legal expert who requested anonymity says the PM went about the refusal of the salary increase in the wrong way. Commenting on the issue, the legal expert pointed out that the announcement about the salary increase were made in Parliament. Therefore, once that is done, they would have to go back to the cabinet to reverse the order and then go back to Parliament and announce that the order was reversed. Okay. The Prime Minister is also a parliamentarian, so he will also have to ask cabinet to set aside salary increases as it relates to him as a parliamentarian. It is like passing a law and then saying the next week that you are going to undo the law. There are processes to be followed before that can be done. Okay, interesting. The question is, how can the PM rescind the order that was made in Parliament without going back first to Cabinet and then Parliament, the legal expert added. Now, King's Counsel Frank Phipps says what the PM did is questionable legally, and it is a process to which those who are affected have a right. The approval of the massive increase was a decision of government, and I don't see how the Prime Minister can unilaterally reject it. He might reject fee. I don't know. Especially when he is presumed to be a party to the original decision. Attorney at law, Hugh Wildman, says there are constitutional implications to the decisions. What he has done cannot be illegal, because if he chooses not to take it, it means it would affect former prime ministers whose pensions are pegged to the salary that would result in them being discriminated against. What he could have done is to take it and give it to whoever he wants. Such a decision has constitutional implications, Wildman emphasized. Now, President of the Advocates Associations of Jamaica, Leonard Green, says the increase in salary has been approved, so a process has to be implemented. Me understand what I'm going. The question to ask is what steps or efforts the PM is going to take to stop the process. As far as I know, all sitting MPs in the opposition has basically not said they're going to not take it. And all sitting MP on the government benches said they might.
Nobody has refused it.
If you were an MP, what would be your situation?
No, but I'm saying before all of this is presented to the general populace, wouldn't the MPs would have already been privy to this? Wouldn't the Prime Minister already be privy to this information?
The Prime Minister would know. I don't know that all MPs would know. Probably the cabinet ministers would know, but not all MPs are cabinet ministers.
Well, that's
you understand? True. So I can't say. I really don't know, to be honest with you. So them intricacies of cabinet there and parliament, I'm not really sure about.
Who knows of the info before?
Some would know. Some probably would hear, but wouldn't have been formally told.
This is my thought. When these figures were presented, you're telling me that nobody saw that there would be a backlash? Nobody saw that there would be a problem?
I'm sure people did. I'm sure. But then again, if me I work somewhere, I get 300% pay increase. Then me not look for no backlash. Me look for my bank account. Talk truth. Talk it truth.
In all fairness,
me a plan say what me go buy with this money and now. I want me go look for a piece of land around this next year. I want me go upgrade my vehicle. I want me go put down me youth them college money. You know, and work place over there so come every month and these things. So me I start planning money in the brother. Me not sure me I look for no backlash. Talk it truth.
That is true. To be fair.
I mean, I know about that. Yeah. So,
You would be thinking about the backlash.
no,
You'd be
no,
more.
me have be honest with you, Scotty. As Burbanton say when he got cactus the asylum in night and here, the tune play again on the street sweeper. He left it dance. Say my go and go plan in life. You understand? That's the dirty man go do. Yeah, it's a rich dog, rich again.
Rich again.
Yeah, and the man say I go plan in life, man. So if me hear that, I start plan my life again. You
Well,
understand?
and I say, as you say, sir, in all fairness to them, you would be planning your life. You wouldn't be thinking about the backlash
To be
that might
honest with you.
occur.
You understand?
But I'm saying, all right, so the bigger heads who would have been a part of the restructuring,
Yeah.
they didn't look at it and see that there might be an issue
The man then
or
start
that there
planning life
will be
too.
an issue.
So I am sure it came up, Zane, but
But
then they will argue and tell you that law says that a politician or a policy maker, which is a cabinet minister, should be paid higher, I think $52 per day higher than a permanent secretary. It kind of complicated. One long story. It all them. I talked about it last week, but
there's somebody in the chat that says that one argument presented by the MPs is that they need the increase to help support their communities with back to school, funerals,
yeah,
etc.
hold on. And I saw an article that says most of them money I will go back in the constituencies. Them. I don't know about that still because me get what you call that CDF, Constituency Development Fund.
And fun.
It probably not enough, but that will not get out of because of that they give me for going. But as teachers, Scotty, to be fair, talk the truth. How much lunch money you give a daytime? How much
Listen.
shoes you help buy? How much
Listen.
exam fee you pay? How much
Listen to
doctor
me.
bill you pay?
Since I've been back at school, and I haven't been back at school for a month yet, not been a full month as yet.
After honeymoon.
After the honeymoon, yes. And the principal had to say to me, she said to me, says, Scott, no, you have to stop it. You have to stop this thing where you just take up the money and just give out because you're not keeping check of how much you're giving out. At the end of the day, you give away quite a good amount of money.
Oh, you're making money with spoon and I get it with shovel.
And I give it with shovel.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you know, sir, a child comes to us and say that, all right, I'm hungry. Me not eat from yesterday, me not eat from morning. Whatever the story is. We're not thinking twice. And sir, a patty is now $250. So one time when we used to could give a child $200 and say buy lunch, we can't do that anymore. It's $500 you for a kid. In all fairness, because if you're buying a patty and a box drink, it's $500. So you check it if me give out $500 free day, that's $1,500 plus the taxi fare, plus the $50, plus the $20, plus the $100 for to buy one pen so you can go to class. We give out a lot. Not to mention the uniform that we're contributing to. I laugh after Koreka till she vexed with me last week because she would have given the child the money to buy the shoes and from the child getting money. No come back on school.
She was a stretch, man.
No, man, me I tell her she get chopped. But we do give out a lot. We do. And yes, it is our, because you know, people will beat me and say, well, our decision to do it. We're not being forced to, and that is true.
And you know, I said that to say to you, say I suppose if
We're
as
not being
teachers
forced
we
to.
have to, we give out so much of our salaries, then would it be so far fetched that politicians have to dip in them pocket most time for kind of feather the caps of them
It wouldn't be
constituents?
far-fetched, sir. No, knowing how it is, what we see in the schools, and I honestly believe that they are a mirror of the communities. So just like how we are give out left, right, and center, lunch money, taxi fare, bus fare, you gotta give them all dinner money, because if them plan the story good enough, then we trick me and get dinner money out of me too. Yeah, but them not like that.
Because I think the CDF is, I think it was 20 mil and it was raised to, it's between 20 and $25 million for the constituency, you know, for the year, you know.
How much for the year?
I think 20 to $25 million. So truth is that really and truly slim because we are clean 2 drain around there, so you understand, you send 2 youth, you pay 2 school fee, you understand, you do this, you do that, you make sure you said this do and couple roads
back
have
to
to
school
fix and
fare, all manner
a
of
$20
things.
million blow off quick and fast.
Quick
you know.
and fast.
Look, so the long and short of the story is this.
And 9 months now, me missing.
I don't know. The long and short of the story is this. I don't see a rollback coming anytime soon.
Neither do I.
It's not rolling going nowhere. If anything,
I-
it'll roll go forward.
Up.
You understand? It is rough. It is unfair to some people in the sector who really and truly work miracles to ensure that the work goes on. You understand? Versus what they are getting now in comparison to. I mean, yeah.
I just want to clear the air to say that I am not opposed to anybody getting a raise.
Yeah, man.
I'm not opposed to that. I was not opposed to when the judges got their raise. I
The
believe
judge
they
them
were.
deserve it.
They should be
The judge,
fairly
but you see,
compensated.
when you don't talk, me talk.
The member of parliament, they work. The prime minister, he works. The governor general,
Do they? Where the government general do?
he works.
I joke, but read him job description while
Therefore,
they kind of ish.
and
But I king
once
for pay governor general still. But that's the next story for next time.
once you work, you should be fairly compensated. As I
There's
said,
a politician who
my
work, a deaf.
my issue is this. My plight is this. You would have told me that no money not there.
Kitty empty.
Yeah, man, the thing tight, man. We wring it dry, it tight. You understand? And we want it to work for everybody. So I mean, I get too much. But when the 20% over the 3 years, I say, boy, it little bit, but let me see what it can do.
Yes, especially somebody would have gone through 3-4 wage freezes.
Exactly. We would have gone through all these wage freezes.
I was there.
Remember the last?
I was frozen.
I think we got was what 7% over 3 years. I think that
I
was
think
what
so.
we were offered the last time.
3.5%.
Yeah. Don't
I don't
quote
know.
me on it, but I think it was that. No, man, I think it's 7 over 3 years.
Okay.
That was the last one, I think. So when I took that 20% over the 3 years, I took it in good faith. To say that me believe they said the thing tough and we are trying to make it work. But sir, when you now show me what yours will be, I really don't think it's bad man either. Because people are saying, oh well, others are looking on. That's not the job you do, that's not the job you sign on for, so you must satisfy with what it is that your job presents to you. No, come on, man. If we are being fair.
People are judging against political line, they say, brother.
No, I'm not being political.
No, man, I'm
know
just
not
saying.
being.
I am saying.
No, I know that people
some
are being
people, when them say
political.
them things, is
It
really
is,
political
yes,
lines.
it is
them a
politics. Well, I'm not playing any politics. I'm not playing any politics at it. I'm just saying that I think I should be fairly compensated for the job that I do. I turn up and do the job, pay me for it. Pay me for it. That's all I'm saying.
Well, teacher strike again. There's a meeting now set for Tuesday to resolve issues. As educators march on Education Ministry in Mandeville. I think there was a demonstration done by the Ministry of Finance.
Yes, there was.
The week again. And with this strike thing, if teachers are going to strike, teachers need to strike. It can't be one school run this and one run one part and two up this and then sitting.
I am almost sure I saw something that it would have shown how the strike is broken down. So you have different regions at different days.
Oh, okay.
And then I think there was one planned for next week. So I don't know if that is still on.
No, I think that one is on pause. So teachers strike on pause. So there's a meeting now set for Tuesday to resolve issues as educators march on Education Ministry in office in Mandeville. So classes are to resume in state-run schools on Monday after the Jamaica Teachers Association reached an agreement to place on pause a rolling strike it had called Wednesday night to register dissatisfaction with the government's handling of anomalies resulting from the new contentious public sector compensation review. The JTA gave notice of the agreement Friday afternoon after attending an emergency morning meeting with Education Ministry officials called by the Ministry of Labour and Social Security on Thursday, as the strike crippled operations in a number of schools. So the pause in the industrial action is to facilitate a meeting between both parties, as well as the Ministry of Finance and Public Service scheduled for Tuesday, May 30 at 10 a.m. 30 days of September. Okay.
April,
We ask
May,
the
December.
teachers who have registered their displeasure over the past 2 days to pause such activities and return to work as we endeavor to seek redress on matters which negatively impact our members from the compensation review, the JTA said in a news release. Now, early Friday, a placard-bearing group of teachers marched from the Manchester High School to the Ministry of Education's Region 5 office in Mandeville, voicing displeasure over the anomalous issue. Now, President of the JTA St. Elizabeth chapter, Mark Smith, told journalists that teachers remain aggrieved and asked that the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service respond favorably to the plight of the educators, and so on and so forth. Me can't bother with the individual. On Monday, at what was supposed to have been a joint press conference with the Jamaica Police Federation and the National Workers Union, the JTA President Losandra Harrison insisted that the government responds immediately to the teachers' plight if at all we want to safeguard the education system and to maintain its quality. Yeah, and it goes on. So, them I meet. Angry Tuesday. So I don't know. So
Like,
apparently
listen,
some teachers have not received their correct pay since the restructuring went down. I am
that's what
also
I would have
receiving
heard.
information that there are some teachers don't know that might still have not received any money at all since the new salary was supposed
That
to
would
be
have been since
implemented.
April.
Right. I am hoping that that is not the case because
Wow.
you and me know how teachers survive, and if you not get paid for so long, you can imagine.
Me not to
Say,
go borrow money.
but who are going to lend you? Your next teacher
No,
friend?
no.
Where am I get it from? You go up a 8th grade or JTA.
Somewhere, but me not forgot. I mean, if I don't get paid for 2 months, I'm going to have to borrow some money.
I not got it.
So, are you
Mr.
at
Davis,
first?
so I go on.
Yeah,
Hey,
first
Yannick, how
body
are
that
you?
borrow from.
Me not got it. Me not have it. Man, give them friend where they got it. Me not got it. You understand?
When I go come stay with you.
Well, no, you can't stay with me. Me probably can find some food gear. You understand? And put you up, but me can't lend you money. Me not have it. You see me? Then me I tell you. So,
Spread out
them
your
things they
WhatsApp
go.
movie video.
Look, put it this way.
But hold on. I was about to say something. All right, so there are
Sir,
two
that'd be
things to
nice.
this.
Uh-huh.
All right. I understand from the side of the teachers, from us wanting better pay or wanting the thing to be sorted out, right? But also from the side of the students, I really have to look at that side also if I'm being fair. Listen me, these are students who would have already been greatly affected by um, learning loss from COVID, who would have been back at school, and we are really trying to play catch up. That's what we're trying to play catch up. And they are really at a loss, they are really already at a disadvantage. So this now just further makes the thing worse.
Yeah.
It makes a bad situation really worse. Because I was looking at I think the grade sevens that we have now, they would have ended school at maybe grade 4, late grade 4. That would have been the last time they would have been in school, real school.
Formal face-to-face classes.
Yes. And sir, they are wild.
I remember tell us that the learning loss that we suffered throughout the COVID pandemic will affect us for years to come.
Years to come. And sir, your words did not fall on stone. They fell in fertile soil. They germinated and they are growing.
It will haunt us for
Yeah,
years
man. Those
to
words are
come.
growing, sir.
Yeah. No manage make a maths paper leak, yeah.
Are you Alec?
Yeah, man. No, that they say they don't say how we school though, but then say yeah.
They're wicked.
But me I tell you what they say, and I me tell you sir. You
Of all
understand?
the countries. No, no. Right now, teacher.
Yes,
don't
you
know.
see paper?
No,
Any
I
at
haven't.
all?
No, I didn't. I haven't seen it any at all.
Well then say yeah, leak.
I haven't seen
Hey
it.
Maya, how are you?
But I heard that it was rough.
Oh, well, I guess not for everybody, because if me see it before, then get checked.
Yeah.
'Cause that me I tell you say. Yeah, that's it. So they could have make me do J and me see J paper all the day before. You must be hold on, say if you hold on, your fee say if it's accessible, you think me now look on it? Yeah, fool, man.
I would hope you wouldn't.
What you mean?
Well, I do your paper and carry that exam with you.
No, but I care with more. Scotty, if me know the question, then we are company paper, no dead in a war. At this A
Straight A
profile cross the
profile.
board, straight cross the board. Right,
Oh
they don't
my
even know
God.
how to go on. We not go seek out the
I
paper,
didn't
but
know.
Scotty, if the paper come my way, I not
You're
want to
not
tell the
hiding.
paper to go.
I
You
didn't know
understand?
that it was
Yeah,
here
man.
that it
They
was
say
leaked.
Jamaica, but then I give school name. I guess I will find out because I guess if it holds true, then that center will be banned for certain. You understand? So me no know. But if CXC people then say, them say, I know nobody. CXC say Jamaica leak, you know.
Oh, they
So
know.
you know them still. Them me no know still. I don't know if I call Jamaica, they means if I call, but then say yeah.
So we didn't easy to call.
Yeah. No, there was a next thing we're going and the cabinet reshuffle or lock thereof. Because whilst there is one thing when I say, okay, good move that,
I
there was
hope
some
it's
missed
Floyd going to agree.
opportunities. You understand? It is the only sensible thing to move back Floyd Green into the Ministry of Agriculture. I think he was on a mission to transform that sector. You know how me feel about agriculture and that
Yes.
agriculture should be our leading economic activity in the country.
Agree.
You understand? To ensure food security and also to reduce the deficit and imbalance between our
From
export
imports.
and import bills. You see me I say? And also we have hundreds of acres of idle lands sitting down with idle hands sitting down. You see me I say? So we'll find some way to fuse that and merge that and create. And then it's not just agriculture, you have agro-processing, manufacturing, so, yeah, and then the service industry will benefit, because tourism will benefit,
Yep.
and the whole spin-off and circle
The
from
whole
it. So you know
works.
me feel about that.
Yep.
Observing Floyd while he was minister before he go up a hotel, he seemed to have had a good grasp of the issues facing agriculture, seeing that also he was an MP in St. Elizabeth, which is the heartbeat of agriculture in the country.
Correct.
You understand? And I think he was getting some form of progress going on in the sector. And when him go up at hotel go to foolishness, some of that. I mean, I take nothing from Perennial Charles Jr. I just think that Floyd have a better handle on
Grasp of the
agriculture
ministry.
than he did. So I think
Yep.
that was a sensible move. It was clear. You understand? All right. So that's a one. Carl Samuda resigned from Ministry of Labour. Carl has done a very poor job, especially in recent times with the security guard situation. I have said that publicly. I want to apologize for that. Carl about 80 enough, or 80 something. See, he has served this country. You understand? We need somebody who is a little bit more vibrant. You understand? And able to really and truly be that bridge between workers and employers and the ministry and so on. So that open up. I think there was a missed opportunity, and this is my biggest missed opportunity. Education.
What that you gonna say?
The ministry was bigger than Fayeval from the get-go. It is just, it needs more than a Fayeval, Williams. And this is no disrespect to Miss Williams, but the importance of education, Zane, especially education coming out of COVID, Zane, education now treating with technological advancements, and where we are with that, we need somebody who is more adept and in tune with the trends and patterns in education globally, and so on and so forth. And also somebody who can better connect with the main stakeholders in education, which are the children.
I thought
Zin?
that there would have been a shuffle there.
So that's a very big missed opportunity. Who I would recommend, to be honest with you, I'm not sure.
Ooh.
I am
Oh,
not sure.
I
To be
thought you
honest,
had a person.
honestly speaking, me have to go sit down and think about it. But it needs new blood. It needs new idea. It needs a refreshing change, a sweep. The whole education sector ministry. A whole heap of foolishness still go on a ministry. A whole heap of court business and court cases and money business and them something there. All of them things I need for. Our stewardship has been one of
There are a lot of things that still needs to be put to
That
rest.
hasn't been very inspiring. You understand? I would really have to sit down and look at who is available though. Zane, I don't see why, because Terlang was there
Yes,
understudying
I thought he would have
Ruel
been.
at one point. He's
Mm-hmm.
young, he's
He is.
seemingly intelligent, he's vibrant, he's able to meet the youths them at a earlier stage and a favor Williams,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest with you. He was
Yes.
sent over to entertainment and him gone foreign affairs, you know. Because he was sent over there. So
Mm-hmm.
he was so why you put look here, if you have a junior minister, then the reason why you have a
Understudy.
junior minister, you're
Yeah. It's
understudying. You understand what
understudy.
I'm saying?
Yeah. So
So
why
I
you move all
that was
over?
so when he was not given that and Carl Samuda was given acting education minister, that again was, but yeah. So Freeval was a big miss. Also, whilst me not have nothing personal against Daryl Vaz, I don't know that Daryl Vaz is really and truly the best person to lead the country forward as it relates to energy, science, and technology. You
Why
understand?
not? It's a long list.
It's not even a long list. And it's not even the things that his name has been called up in before, you know. It's just that me not say that and Daryl being a, and me no know. But again, I could be wrong. Ardy Shaw has been moved out from Ministry of Transport and Mining. That is probably the last song that Ardley sings.
We'll sing.
I don't know if he will be seeking re-election up in Manchester there. Maybe the Prime Minister says something else maybe on the cards for him. I don't know if I'm going to turn him into a diplomat somewhere or something. I don't know. You understand? Chris has remained Minister of Health. I mean, fair enough. Zane, there have been some issues, but then again, if you're going to be honest, he has been doing some work.
Yeah,
He has made some mistakes. You understand? And some things are still languishing that needs to be treated with. Ed Bartlett is the de facto
Yeah, man.
minister of
Tourism.
tourism.
Yeah, man.
He has done a and you know, so we not run for run a politician.
In
I
his
think he has done a
sleep, Ed-
credible job
yes.
with tourism.
Yes.
Especially
Yes.
coming
I
out of
agree.
COVID and the numbers that he keeps bringing in and stuff. He
I
has
agree
done
with you.
a very good job there. So
I agree with you.
what else now? Some things are going on. So Pernell Charles Jr. now gone from agriculture to over where Carl Samuda come from, that a minister.
Labour.
Yeah. And thing. First thing, Minister of Security. There was never going to be a new Minister of Security. Nobody no want it.
Nobody know what.
Because them couldn't give me that, you know. And I said, Mr. Prime Minister, I don't want that. He said that in the press conference, so said that is the only ministry where nobody no want. You understand? It's a poison, Charlie Scotty. The moment you take it up, you start slow poison. We don't want that. You see me, I say, me will help with it, but me don't want to be the main man around there. Yeah, man, me help with innovation and vision and then sit them on something. Zane, I am nervous about having Miss Malahoo for to lead the Constitution Reform Committee. Why, Andre? She not liar. And
Let
she
him
was
call
minister.
in.
She the minister. She was minister of.
She was.
No, she was the Attorney General.
Yeah. Angel.
She was the Attorney General. She now want to go on. Empress, good to see you. You see me?
You remember it's a call-in stream?
Yeah, man, remember it's a calling stream, and we have to set the foundation first. Cause you understand? So we have to talk about these things. So Daryl Vaz, transport and telecommunications. Juliet, this was a little bit surprising. Juliet Cuthbert being moved from Ministry of Health to Security Ministry. Me don't know how I feel about that, but me I go and develop local feelings. What you say? Marsha Smith, she has been moved from Finance. She was, I think, State Minister in Finance. She has now been moved to the Ministry of Education. Me the things I want to look at thing I go with Marsha because the people them don't naughty center and Marsha not get along. So I figured that they would have taken all form of cabinet responsibility from her and send her down to go fix it. That is what
shiny
yes, that is what I would have done. But I am not the man who I get $9 million a year. Zane, so now Xavier Main, he was in the Ministry of Security the other day, I think, as State Minister. He has now gone over to Finance. I don't know what is Xavier Main's qualifications, educational background. I don't know. I thought that the new Senator Morrison would have been sent over there. Oh, you want to come off a screen? And then sitting there. So, yeah, I don't know. So, then say a calling stream. So, I take 2 calls. We can't talk about anything we want to talk about. We can't talk about the Prime Minister saying not take the money. We can't talk about teacher on strike again, crime, whatever. So we just go, you understand? And look, let me say it again, because you know, here, you know, teach, wait till me go back at work if you take call. Oh, you're going back at work, David. Sorry, man. Sorry. We're digital age now, not analog. When I am on a call, you can't call me because I only can take one call at a time. So if you don't see me on the phone, it means I can't accept your call right now. So you don't call me when the call hang up. You understand? So, yeah. So see number there, me pin it. Zane, me go run it down here so too, if you can run down there. And thing, yeah, me know it's small, but me know you can see. You see me, the number is 830-5189. And thing, I hope everything connected to you, because then me next one. Oh, your phone plug in over here, son. Oh, and next thing. You see when you stream down at night time, nobody call me Sunday morning, because I don't stream for the night. You understand? People that call me Sunday evening say, I don't stream for the day before, you know. And I say, them people, they don't see time. Then me not understand. Reshuffling, but same result. Yeah, Denise, as me I say, well, me can't say same result. You mean, I don't like so we can judge the people that move yet. But if you mean say, is a lot was done, but nothing was done, then me understand that. Because Floyd Green, as I said, good. JC Hutchins move from, I'm not even know what JC did there. Me not officer Prime Minister, kind of did some things run on one partner and constituency and then move him like, and these things. Oh, next thing, me don't know if the phone thing is going to work because Scotty did that echo earlier, so me don't know if, so me could see when the phone ring and me take two call and see what go on because, boy, I don't know. You see me? Thing rough. Look here, yeah, man. Look, I have this tendency to say that, you know, we don't vote because this and that. But then if you don't vote, what kind of difference are going to make? You understand? If you feel like the government now is doing a good job, an okay job, or not a good job, you have the power to treat with that. So if you feel like the government is doing a good job and they should be given another term, then you support them. If you feel like them not do a good job and should be replaced, then you vote for somebody who will try to replace them. I guess some people will say then there's no alternative. You understand what I say? Because the PNP is still a deeply divided political organization. It may not seem so on the surface, but I assure you, if you look in the right places and look at the right things, the PNP is still a deeply divided organization. You understand? There are still two factions in the PNP, Rise and one PNP, I think. That is still a thing. You understand what I'm saying? So what is the alternative? So we are frustrated with the current political organization that leads the country. But then, are you comfortable with who is to replace them should a general election be called? So these are questions that we need to ask ourselves. You understand? Me say somebody say, go vote UIC. But then now, you give one new set of people the country for run where you never see them run not even one party shop before. So then there's that. What kind of track record is there for the UIC? Like, which constituency any of them ever govern off before? What kind of leadership role we ever see them do? What are them track records? So then these are the questions that we have to answer, you know, and we have to answer ourselves. So fine, if you want to vote UIC, then you vote UIC. But then, what kind of track record is the UIC working off? You understand what I mean? I say, what kind of leadership roles have the members who are seeking election held before and have excelled in? Seeing what is the UIC planning to do different? Because at the end of the day, all of them are politicians. JLP, PNP, UIC them are politicians. And politicians, as far as I know, no matter what them tell you, eventually they become very self-serving. You understand what I say? So JLP, PNP, UIC, NDM, whatever it is. See? So these are the questions that we must ask ourselves. So, mean say, you're born and grew up around one place and support the PNP because your mother supported and your great-grandmother, so you're going to support them. That's a nonsense. Your father, your great-grandfather support the Jamaica Labour Party, so that's a nonsense. It is for you to look at the situation, assess the political representatives on both sides of the divide, which political organization is, at this point in time, even though a black dog for monkey situation many times, which one of these organizations is able enough to even hold the country on a level or to move it forward. These are the decisions. We need to make these these decisions when we are voting and stop vote just on party lines and tradition because I saw my household vote and I saw my father vote or I saw my mother vote. That are foolishness. Then you don't have mind for yourself. Your mother and your father have your mind. I mean, I understand that. So for the people that will decide for call, Scotty gone, I don't know where she gone. You understand? So when I'm not ready for call, you make me know. So I'm go and talk until then. Because that's the next one thing, you know. Una part of the problem. Because una so no want this and then when a time come for una get to nobody want it. See, una so no want call in and see nobody on the screen but then una nobody want call it. You see, do una part, yo, I don't know. You understand me? I say, well, I'm not too customer. But the UIC conversation, as I said, if we are going to be fair to ourselves, I am not into taking up a brand new political organization without any form of leadership experience. See, at that level, nobody in there, no councillor, nobody in there, I don't know, MP, nobody in there has been at a national level of leadership. This is a pussy about in a bag. I say you don't know. That is very dangerous if you ask me. You understand? So the UIC needs time to really and truly develop a relationship with the people. Some of them need to become aspirants for some divisions and some constituency and try to build an organization. And the UIC cannot become the governing party of Jamaica the next election. That I know so it work. That is just the reality of the thing. I don't foresee that happening. What the UIC need to do is to take the time to build from the foundation. Or you can't build from the top of the house, go down, you know. I don't know no house build so. You understand? So you build from the foundation and you build up and take your time to develop a rapport with the people and bring your vision and mission across. You understand? And then we'll see what go on. For the Jamaica Labour Party, they have been in power for 2 terms now. Zane, are you satisfied with where the country is? Are you satisfied with what has been done? Do you see any better coming going forward? Are you confident enough in giving them the country for a 3rd term? So you would decide that. As opposed to, so the People's National Party has been in opposition, opposing themselves to and tearing themselves apart to at the seams. Are they now as organized as they need to be in order to govern the country? Are they do you think they have the better representatives? And so when a cabinet is named, a cabinet can be functional and efficient. So you have to sit down and do these things. It can't just be, me I vote PNP or me I vote Labour, right? You have to think about these things for the country that you want to live in for the next 5 years. But no. You understand? My grandmother Labour right, so me I vote Labour right. No, my grandfather PNP, so me I vote PNP. Nonsense.
Dieted?
You understand? Oh, you're there again. She there, yeah. Mama and Papa. And things. So, are these things? So, I don't know. How did the JLP and PNP become what they are today? Me just tell you. The party was formed and then build themselves until people start, you understand, gravitate towards them. Then not just farm and turn government tomorrow. You see me? And these parties were formed in different times, in different eras. You understand? So you have to consider the time that you are in now. So looking at the JLP and PNP now, you can't use that blueprint for the UIC because the UIC has been formed in a different climate, in a different time. You understand me? I say a lot of things would have changed and evolved. So you have to take all of those things into consideration. You see me? So when I draw a political line with us, Shanique 5, big up yourself, you know, it's good to see you, sis. Appreciate the support. You understand?
You're a sellout.
You see me? So at the end of the day, and me I speak for myself. Me can't talk for you, but me just say, if we are coming here to come talk on a Friday night or a Saturday night, me going to say a few things. We can decide if we agree or disagree. We need to make better political decisions when we are making them. We need to stop making traditional political decisions. We need to stop operating along tribalistic and partisan line. You look at the situation and people, you look at it and say, the JLP don't make no sense and the PNP don't make no sense. Fear. You understand what I say?
So
but
in
then
that case, what do you do?
Then I don't know. You vote UIC then I guess. I don't know. Or you vote for Asta Black. You understand? You see me? So, the 2-party thing now, two party but at the same sad song them a play.
sad song.
You understand what I say? We need
Yep,
but there has been many attempts, Scotty British, to create a viable many third political parties have popped up down the years, you know. But
they're not sustainable.
The only one that seemed at one point in time to probably make any form of inroads was the NDM.
NDM. And that was when
NDM has died of natural causes. The Gang of Five.
that's when
Bruce,
Bruce was
right.
being in it. But
See,
it would naturally die of natural causes.
It would have died. It has died
Yeah,
from
man, it
natural
has died of
causes.
natural death. Yes.
Old age and pass away peacefully in its sleep.
Sir.
You
Lack of
understand?
head.
Many,
The head is
many,
removed from your body, you're going to die.
many political organizations have popped up, but and this again. That's why I'm saying this. Mr. One brother must the same name Sniper Prophet say him gone from party over there. You understand? Because the raise a prime minister again, I suppose. But this is it. If you're building a political organization that you have any intentions of putting any inroads or dent in the current political landscape in Jamaica, it has to be properly thought out, it has to be properly funded, and it has to be sustained.
You
can't be my farmer party now vote for UIC, and that's how it works. The
Sir,
UIC
do you honestly though?
think a third party can survive?
That a third party can survive?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes, man. If you have the right people them with the right vision, the
don't
right
believe
mission, and the right bank account, it is possible.
Why I don't think so? Even the younger persons coming in, they seem to be already skewed and leaning to a particular party. So it's not like I say, all right, these young people.
Where's the option? Where's another? Is there another option? So you ask them skewed. What is the other option? What is the third?
There isn't any
is there
at
a
the
third
moment.
option?
There isn't any at the moment.
So then now how then you go and say, look, and this and you know better, you know. Anything can and you know my view, anything can be done. However, it may take time, it will take failures, it will
Somebody
take
say you must do it.
Oh me? No, because
Why? But why not you?
Mr. wanna do
You
with
are-
Astra Black. No.
No. Don't even go there about Astra Black. You
Asta,
as
not
a well,
Astra. Call the man name right and put
What
respect
name?
on him. Asta Black.
sir, I want vote when get someone to know any.
Yeah.
I am
have to
saying
be.
you as a well-thinking Jamaican who would have thoughts and ideas as to the general direction the country needs to go, and would have been so passionate, so you speak about these things
Come,
so
if you talk,
passionately.
if you try pitch this idea to me, I have to speak
So I am
clearly
saying,
and
why
stop.
don't
Search.
you,
Yeah.
sir, teach them,
Right.
form this third party that this country so desperately needs?
Okay.
You see the need, correct?
Right.
Yes, you see the need. You have ideas?
I have many ideas.
Okay. So what would then hinder you from doing?
I
such?
got no money.
No, man.
What you mean? You think you can go run political party with
You'll get funding.
wood fire for who?
Funding will come up. Start.
Nah, man. People not
You
support sensible things about
you always tell me that I am just to start. So I
Look
am
here.
now imploring you. Start.
Look here. Me alone can't form no political party about how we are going to survive.
man, you have a
It have to
fight.
take a group of people with the drive, the passion, the vision, and the stick-to-itiveness. You understand? So me farming at one party them. Because well, I know first thing first. You, yes, so sitting and say, look into my face, could as not even go vote for me, And I tell them about go farm party, Because I don't want to stay about here, You can't trick me.
Barky don't tell you that I get me vote.
You see me, I tell you, it's always a friend there. You understand? So, you are encouraging me to go for a political party and not even them vote for me. So then you see,
But you're not really in my constituency, sir.
it's always a friend. Move your vote, come over,
You're
support
not
your
really
friend.
in
So me ask you a
constituency.
question now. So you will feel, say, if me, first thing, because me not keep fool friend. We can debate that still, but watch ya. So me not keep fool friend. So if you as my friend and now, decide, say, all right, bro, you are going. You know, say, up a country, they set away, Zane, and me I go try for a counselor thing. You understand? But me I'll go independent because you know a two-party thing now, you know, make no sense.
Now
Right
work out.
Zane, and me I solicit the support. Anyone me vote, then me I can come give you because me believe in you. But me not believe in you no more. Me did believe in you.
You don't believe in me?
Nah, man, me can't believe in I wanna believe in me. Then I know somebody believe work. You understand what I say?
That's funny. Osh.
Me then form a party, man, and me then recruit agents Sasko and some other people. Big woman thing, one of them time.
Yeah.
See?
That's
But
it.
Sasko would not interested in our politics.
In our politics.
You see me? But no, look, in order to make any form of inroads in them to money.
You have to have money. You have to have money.
You have to be able to match them or outspend them. That is the reality of the thing, brother.
That is true.
You have to have a machinery, you have to have people on the street, you have to have people in the communities them. It takes time. So it can't just be UIC spend every day a complaint, say media blacklist them. Go in the street, go in the communities them. You understand? Make yourself be present. Develop an organization. Are they creating a manifesto? Are they creating a slate of candidates to run in the next general election? Are they thinking about councillors? You can't just want to run country, so you need a political organization, a well-oiled machinery to even think about running in a government election, general election. So the UIC thing is a non-start thing. That is the truth. That is my observation. You understand what I say? I don't know that the UIC has done anything at all in the direction of trying to even win a one seat in the next general election. I don't see it. I could be wrong. Zine? Because spending time on social media and talk. Me spend time on social media every day and talk. That not change nothing about that. That is the truth. I may reach to a few people and a few people say, oh, you know, so that big head boy they're not so fool, or that big head boy they're idiot. So we can spend time on social media every day and talk off a face, you know. The teacher diaspora will back you, eh? The diaspora, PNP and Labour right here, sir. That them did. So me tell you that. So look, it can be done, but you have to have the right set of people at the right time willing to stick it out. It can be done.
So
but nobody have the appetite. You need people like Michael Leachin and Dan Webby them back at you or push the vision. May I tell you at the level of money you need, my little money we have to send my youth and go to school. Then when me give you that, what me do?
That's funny. What you say? Yeah, you them school money?
Yeah, that can't build political parties, Kat. You talk the truth.
Not sure, girl.
Yeah, man, that go on, man. So if the UIC is serious, and I'm being very serious now, if the UIC is serious any at all, them need to forget. Don't even to think about the next general election. Get yourself together. Start become a part of the people. Them you can't sit down on social media. Elections can be won on social media if you're the JLP or the PNP. But as a third party, you're not going to win it on social media. While social media will help, you have to be on the ground. Yeah, man, so Matalan money, Chef Bling, man. Enough money, man. The Adam Stewart money on them people there. Have to push it in. Because you have to go outspend them people upon advertisement. Your political machinery have to up. Because, look here, talk the truth what God love now. So Jamaican politics is all about curry goat and white rice and rum. Me can't go compete with the Jamaica Labour Party or the PNP and me not provide curry goat and white rice and rum.
Yes, and rum.
And 5 white fall. You understand? Somebody a call. Make we see a call thing. Okay, you me there a cuss about call and I don't know what happen. Good night, caller.
Yes, teacher program.
Yeah, man. Blessings, family.
Yeah, I'm a Jamaican, but I call all the way from Connecticut.
Big up yourself, my brother, man. Give thanks.
Nice.
Let me tell you something, my brother. I'm glad I'm talking to you because you're doing a great job, first of all.
Give thanks, man. I appreciate that.
I always watch you. The last interview I watched with you on Errol Dunkley, it was very good, man.
Yeah, man. The Scotch I go on with himself. Give thanks, man. I appreciate the support. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Let me tell you something. You and the lady I talked a while ago. I just watched the program, and it's like, you said something about the UIC.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you something, my brother. the UIC is strong is just because they're not hearing about it because the media block them. You understand me?
Yeah, but well, let me ask you a
But-
question though, bro. And in fairness,
Uh-huh.
seeing when you say media blockade, what you talking about now? The media now playing no ads to them or the media now engaging? Because I see the president. The president has been very active on nationwide of late. Something I don't know. I don't know.
Right. Yes, they get a little now and again, like on Nationwide and a few more.
Okay,
I think
okay.
CVM bring them like about 2 times already, but
Okay.
like they have a manifesto online. You know, they have their manifesto. They have their candidate ready. Not
You mean a full
not
slate of
all
candidates? Okay,
but
not
most
all.
parish they have them.
Okay, I didn't know that.
You know, they're fully active. They're doing very good, mostly overseas. You know, people know about them because they're on the internet. They're on YouTube all over.
But watch this now, uncle.
Yep.
But watch this now. Most of the people who voting at the election, were them there?
Say again?
Most people who will vote in the general election, where are they living?
Well, that's a good question. They live in Jamaica.
All right. So you knowing people knowing them overseas, then how much good that I mean it will help per se because probably funding will come and word of mouth and stuff. But if you want to win the general, if you want to become because forget about the general election right now. In fairness, but if you want to be taken serious as a political organization, then you have to engage the people in the streets. You don't agree?
Yeah, that's true. I fully agree with you.
Yeah.
But they are trying. They are trying. But one thing you got to know, you know,
Yes.
the JLP and the PNP, they're owned by the PSOJ, which is the private sector.
They are?
the one who fund them, the both party. And as long as they do what they say, they will win. You understand what I'm saying? So this new party, which is the UIC,
Right.
this party gonna be funded by the people. You understand me? We have to fund this party and make the change if we want it. You understand me?
Okay. But people are gonna say then me
Because-
can't fund a pipe dream now then, bro.
But teach them if
No, but I am just being fair. No, hold on, no.
2.5 million people in Jamaica. If
No,
we
man,
can get
more than
even
that, you know,
$500
still. But go on,
from
yeah.
one person. You understand?
Right.
One person.
Yeah.
Plus, in the diaspora, Canada, America, Europe, wherever the Jamaican, we are funding, you know.
But me could do the
We are
maths, bro.
funding
But
the
hold
party
on,
and
but
make
hold on,
sure
bro,
the
man.
party
Yeah,
gets
man, we get that.
$25
Yeah,
every
hold on.
month.
Yeah, hold on. Because you say something now, and you know, do your maths need, you know. Because I say if every Jamaican out of the 2.5 million give you 500, most of the $2.5 million are then JLP, are then PNP support, are
PNP,
them not going to give you them money?
Die-hearted, not
Hold on, let me
switching.
remind you. Let me say something to you again.
Yeah.
The last election, how much percentage of the people vote? Like what, 33%?
It was
right?
very low,
something.
yes. Another region there, yes.
Right. So 67% of the people never vote.
Right.
So if the UIC can catch those 57 people and convince them,
Yeah.
don't you think it would make a difference?
It could, but let me ask you another question now. So those people who did not vote, and what grounds them never vote? It was the height. Hold on, no, man. Hold on, no.
They never see the reason.
Oh,
for
they never
vote
see
for
the
PNP.
reason.
Nah,
But
Labour.
would
Because both of them is the same thing.
okay, fair enough.
You understand me? So if this new party can come
Yes.
and present a manifesto to convince the people then
Right.
and say yes, this is the party, people will vote for this party.
Let me
Because
ask you a
listen to
question,
this man
Carla.
and
Let me
listen to the plan that he have for
Yeah.
Jamaica. The Jamaica can work. We can't just stand and say, boy, me nah give this man the money original. No man, if we work and if we want to change, we have to make effort, Regime.
yeah, I mean here what you ask Carla, but I make a reason out the thing I know. See? And we
Yeah,
go
yeah,
back to the people who never vote the last election. So first thing, we were in the middle of COVID. That a one. So that was a turn off for some people. I am certain. See? A lot of the people who never vote for the PNP, rest assured, so them not change from being PNP.
They're still that.
Them probably not never go vote for Phillips because they wanted somebody else. You understand what I say? And some people never vote for the
Yeah.
Jamaican people. Rest assured, so them is still labor right. So the number the way you look upon may not be the 67% where you think either. So you have to go recalculate. You understand what I'm saying? Next thing, and this is my thing. So we said the UIC has been blacklisted by the media. If the UIC makes these things and give them to these media outlets with them money for play it, would they not be played? Or is the UIC looking free airplay?
Well, I wouldn't say looking free airplay. Well, he just mentioned something about his budget the other day. I think he collect over. I think he's supposed to have like probably about $20 million
Jamaican or US?
going up. Going up. Yeah.
US?
Going up. You know. So I
No,
think
hold on, Carla.
sooner or later-
$20 million US or Jamaican?
No man, US man.
Oh, okay.
US.
Hey, that not so one. That a go on, but okay.
It's coming up. People are funding this party, you know. Let me tell you, just because you're not hearing about it.
But that is what the UIC needs to
We
do.
need to hear about
They
it.
need
Understand
to
me?
ensure that people hear. Sir, rest assured, that's when the silly season start. Every 2 seconds you go and see a PNP advertisement
PNP
on
and a
TV
JLP
or
ad.
JLP advertisement on TV or radio.
True. Perfect, all right. You're right. You're right.
So that is what they have to
You're right.
compete with, you know.
And the next thing to Williams.
They need a lot more advertisement out there, which I think in the coming months you're gonna start to see a lot, you know.
Okay. I am looking because as I say, truth is the two-party system needs a shake-up. Will the UIC be the answer? Only time will tell. Will it be another party? Only time will tell. But we can't look, so is if the JLP is in government, the only option is the People's National Party. The People's National Party is in government, the only option is the Jamaica Labour Party. So is a black dog and monkey ass up each time, you know? Black dog for monkey. Every time you go, a black dog. Where is the option? And as I said, as far as I have seen, the only political organization that seemed at any point in time to be
Put up a challenge.
a semblance of relevance at any time was the National Democratic Movement, and that has disappeared like 9-day love. You understand?
Yeah, based upon how I see it right now, teach them. The only hope for Jamaica right now is a third party, and this UIC party. I think if they get the support of the Jamaican people in the diaspora and in Jamaica, I think we can get a change.
But uncle.
What he want to do is change this constitution that the British give us to use for 79 years, going 80 years. You understand me? You want to change that. You understand me? If they don't change that, Jamaica can't go republic.
But we have a constitutional reform process going on right now.
Go again.
But don't we have a constitutional reform process going on at the moment?
Yes.
So there are changes being made to the constitution.
No, it needs to change.
Totally. Okay.
Get rid of the Governor General. Totally.
Yeah, man. But if we become a republic, then the Governor General's
That
office
will
will be no more.
Let me tell you something, teacher.
Yeah.
Andrew Oneless, and Nigel Clark, they are dangerous.
But aren't all politicians dangerous, though, uncle?
No, but them
By nature?
exceptional. Them is
They're
very
especially dangerous. Okay.
Listen.
But why you say that, though?
All right. You see, you swim the other day, and tell himself he want a raise. I test the ground, you know.
Yeah?
He test it. You see how quick he come back and say, okay, nah, brother. He just to go and see how the people more react.
Carla, but between me, there's a committee that deals with these things, you know. It's not the Prime Minister deal with
It's
it,
not
you
the
know.
Prime Minister.
As harsh as so you have been listening, so you know my views on the race, but let's be fair, and this is what I always try. So the Prime Minister wasn't the person who sat down and decided the level of raise, or I say raise are going on, you know. So there's a let me tell you what the committee name. Well, go on talk, me and listen, I want to tell you, because we like keep it thing on a factual line, you know, and we know we get emotional sometimes.
No, me I talk, you know, but
Yeah.
I don't really know much. Still,
No, man, no, limit yourself. No, man, you sound very articulate and well informed, man. Don't worry about it. Zine, but say is not them just there's a name of a committee, but go on talk still. So let
It's
me
not the
ask you a
Prime Minister
question though.
himself.
What do you in all fairness? You understand? You sound like you're a very honest man. Do you, in all fairness, see the UIC really and truly making any inroads in the next general election?
All right, good question, my boy. Good question. We're not gonna say UIC can win if they enter the next general
General
election.
election.
No, they're not gonna win. But what can happen if we get at least probably 2 or 3 seats that we can go in
The parliament.
the house
Mm-hmm.
and can contribute something. You understand? We can oppose and said something and make our voice
Be heard.
more. You understand what I'm saying?
And then you add to that
You
the
know,
next
yeah.
election and add to that the next
You have to
election.
creep before you walk.
Yes, which is true, sir. You will bust up your mouth
You
like.
understand me? So that is what I'm looking forward for them to accomplish right now.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. No,
I
don't think they're gonna win.
I can
They're
see
not-
through
they're
that.
not gonna get a win like that.
No man, sir, me can
No.
tell you straight up. It's not gonna happen. Not this election. That is just the truth. You understand? But
But me and you know.
Yeah.
Me and you know, so the PSOJ control the PNP and the JLP and wherever them fund the money. You understand me?
right.
Because them shut down, them make sure shut down the UIC, you know.
So you said PSO, hold on.
We have to share for WhatsApp and make people know. Me share from the corner when we come from in a St. Mary and make the people know about him. And we have to do it, you know.
Yeah, but that's the thing I forgot, bro.
have to
You understand? If
share
you
the
believe in
program.
the dream, you have to help push your dream.
Yeah, we are do it, and we overseas are do it, you know, we are push it and make Jamaican people know about this party because the Jamaican government shut him out of the media. You know, see the other day when the man protest and lock him up. You know, see.
We couldn't get into that
And
still
lock him
because
You know,
we
right
can't
now-
get into
right now
that,
on the
but
beach, they
yeah.
have the man in a court, you know, and
Yeah.
I draw out the case,
No, because-
I dry it out.
Them are draw out the
that
case.
can't get
They are
down
drawing
here
out the.
and, you know.
Well, I know, man. Them are draw out the case.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Every minute them put off, the man go to court and put it off, man. You know,
Okay.
see? So then charge the man saying protest in March without a permit.
Without permit. But
Yeah,
Carla,
I'm
but
not-
hold on, Carla, hold on. Because if you want to be the leader of the country, there are rules and regulations. You have to lead by example. Question: there was a march, correct? Was there a permit given for the
Listen.
march?
Carla Java.
Me not think so. Another caller.
No, I'm here,
No,
I'm
yeah.
here,
So,
I'm
so that's the question, Carla. So you want to be the leader of the country, Zane? And you know you start off by based on what has obtained breaking the law. Probably that's not the best start.
First of all.
So if
First
hold
of
on,
all,
Carla, if there's supposed to be a march,
there shouldn't be a law. Huh?
there shouldn't be a law against marches.
It shouldn't be, I not even know how to say this. It shouldn't be a law for a person to protest peacefully, brethren. You shouldn't have a law for that. You understand me?
No, but then no.
So that
but
law
hold on,
need
but
to change.
yeah, but hold on,
Definitely
no,
that
bro.
law need to change.
All right, so
And
that
what they
so
are
fine,
doing,
fine.
They are putting law in place. They are putting law in place to take away people's freedom. And sooner or later, more freedom gonna be taken away. There shouldn't be a law for people to protest peacefully. They were
All right,
protesting
and Carla, you
peacefully.
keep
They
using. Hold on,
wasn't breaking
all
any law or
right,
anything.
right, Carla, and I get that. So all protests can start peacefully, then degenerate into chaos and violence. So that is why when a protest is taking place, police officers are sent there. Yeah. No.
Right.
So whether or not you like the law, whether or not you think the
It
law is
exists.
right, the law
It
is the
exists.
law. So if the law say now that if you do a march, you must get a permit, you get a permit. You don't think that is a fair assessment?
Yes, that is true. That is true. But they were
So whilst we don't like the
peacefully,
law, whilst we don't
and
like the
police-
law, and we say the law need to
special-
change, until the law change, the law is the law.
Yes, that's true. That's true. I agree with you. But based upon how me see, there shouldn't be a law for people not to protest peacefully. And a special set of police were sent there to aggravate that
A
crowd.
special set of
You
police call.
understand me?
All right.
Yes,
Okay.
because the government, the
Yeah.
government fear the UIC,
You think so?
That, The
You think so?
government fear the UIC because enough of the UIC plan, the government using it right now. You understand me?
I can't say yeah or nay for
Yeah,
the
nay
government.
to
But
that.
I'm gonna tell you this, man. You see, if I was a government at this point, I wouldn't fear the UIC.
So
If-
why them blacklist them? You have a year TVG or CVM.
But the government don't own
that they said
TVJ
illegal.
or
No.
CVM, sir. The government, CVM is a private owned company. TVJ is a private owned company. These are not government owned entities.
They all owned by the private sector, my brother.
No, they're hold on. And let
Hold
hold
on,
on, not
wing.
Carla, hold on now. And can we have to be clear? The private sector organization of Jamaica is a group of entities. Zine, it is not a one body. There are many companies that make up this thing. To say that they are owned by the private, we are talking about a one man and we are talking about the PSOJ because we have to be careful, Yeah, and this is the thing. When we go talk, we are free to share our views in them, but we could err on the side of facts. You understand what I'm saying? So we assuming
Yes, my
this
brother.
and that and that. So all right. So for Michael Leachin owned CVM until he sold it to the company
got
the
it?
other day. I mean, I remember what them name and them mash up it Premier League, but there's a next story for you next time. The Gleaner company under which TVJ operates, Zane, owned by some other different people. You understand what I say? Nationwide, owned by Cliff and some other people. I think even Favour Williams was a part of that team once. But you know, so when you become MP, apparently you have to give up something. So some story. But I didn't even know that she was a part owner at one point in time. I don't know if she still is, to be honest with you. But the private sector organization of Jamaica as an entity owns none of these agencies. You understand? You may have people, individual people within them that does business with them or have shares or such. But I'm just saying, when we talk, I could just stick with the facts and such. Because I'm going to take a few more calls when I call her. You understand? You say the media, well, I know, you say, yes, no, not a problem, but you say the media is blacklisting the UIC. Media don't refuse money, bro. You understand? The only money missing media refusing in Jamaica is when some homosexual people they try to push one agenda and then say them nah play that. But generally, you carry your advertisement, go give them, you pay them, and they run your ads. That is how I know how these things go. You understand what I say? So to say them a block them versus them carrying them thing and giving them money. As the UIC give on TVJ or CVM money to air their ads and it was rejected. So that would be a blackout for me. But otherwise than that, I don't know that is a blackout. So if you carry your thing around at 102 or zipper and then say them nah, take your money, that is a blackout. But if you don't give the people them money to hear your thing or play your ads, me not know if that is a blackout. And that is just me. The UIC have a lot of work to do. And I think the UIC also spends a lot of time complaining instead of actually trying to make some progress. I think a lot of time is made complaining over this and over that. Reach the people then. Find a way to reach the people and reach the grassroots and build the thing up. You understand? You can't out here and sorry for yourself. You have to work. And if you want, you know the power that exists with these two political organizations. For the better, for the worse. Probably for the worse. But in order for a third party to be seen as relevant, to be seen as viable, you have to spend less time on complain and try to reach the people. Them. You understand? The power of social media is immense. Zane, nobody can block you out this. Find ways, creative ways. You can't just put up one video on one YouTube channel when nobody no watch. Or on one Instagram page when nobody no watch. Find ways to engage people. Find ways to reach the masses. And stop complaining. You understand what I say? That is just my... If I was to advise the UIC president, that would be a part of my advice. You can probably link me for some consultation. You understand? Me a consultation service. But on a serious note now still, but if the country is going to take you guys seriously, you have to be in the face of the people. You have to be in the thoughts of the people. You have to be in the minds of the people. You have to be in the sight of the people. You understand? We can't just the run so a complaint. Them have to find a way for reaching the thing. I just saw the thing go. And as me say with the media blackout, I think And again, correct me if I'm wrong, is there a situation where ads have been sent to these agencies or requests have been made for airtime and payment made and the payment has been turned down, then that would be a blackout for me. Other than that, I can't say UIC is being blocked by because the media outlets in this country, in this run any crap these days. Any little foolishness they all over the news and this and this
They're
and
on
this
it.
and this. Free. You understand? So I don't know that a media blackout of sorts exists. You understand? And some can watch and say, what I don't do though, I don't promise anybody that I'm going to open my platform to any political leader or organization for campaign. Me not depend that something there. PNP, JLP, UIC, ND, it no matter. That is just me per se. You understand what I say? Because that is just my view. My platform is not for political gain
Politics.
or attraction. So there are others out there, fine. That's just not me. But a situation like this, when we have a calling program and a man calling and him willing to talk, we talk. You
Fine.
understand what I say? But I not help your campaign. No PNP, no Labour right now, UIC, no NDM. That's my platform. Me work too hard to build this. No. And that is me. Want some water.
Mm-hmm.
You see me? Oh, but me have here. Hold on.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna show you so you carry water with you.
Mic check one. Yeah, man, if I is right again. You see me? So,
No.
Carla, big up yourself from Connecticut. As me say, if you believe in the dream, go and push the dream. You understand? But the UIC need to step out and be bold and brave and do the thing within the law. You understand? And stop complaining and try to do the thing right. Yeah, this is just the truth. And we just call it as we see it. You see me? I say? So, Carla, big up yourself. We do this either Friday night or Saturday night. Supposed to be Friday night still, but you know what you think. Feel free for call anytime, and you know we're there. You see me? I say, so give thanks to the input. You see? But if you believe in the dream, push the dream, man. But you don't have to connect with the people them in the streets, the grassroots people them. You understand what I say? And build the thing and have realistic expectations and time frames for your expectations. So like me I go to my consultations, you know. For free.
Right.
But say, yeah. But say, yeah, man. So Carla, big up yourself. We're gonna run and take a few other cars. You understand? Carla, still
Call
there?
him drop out.
Oh, no. Night, Carla.
Hello?
Blessings, fam.
Yeah, blessings. Yeah, so I saw I think somebody sent me the link in terms of the topic that you guys
Yeah, man. Big up the person that will share the link. Give thanks.
Yeah, man, give thanks. So my view on the whole thing, first of all, as we have teacher strikes, right?
Yeah?
So I think they're saying that the teacher they must strike because of some salary and
All right, yeah. So there are some anomalies.
Discrepancy.
Teachers not get what them forget and pay late in some cases and them something.
Understand the whole salary restructuring and compensation restructuring before they signed off on this and such agreement. Because what is coming to the fore is that these teachers never understood what was going on. Because you have teachers right now saying that they don't understand. For example, you are getting paid, right?
Yeah.
You know, certain teachers have posts of special responsibility.
Yes, man. Definitely.
That is a form of allowance.
True.
That used to be on the old scale.
Mm-hmm.
If you're teaching in, for example, say for example, at Tivoli High,
Right.
and the next teacher is teaching at a uptown school, then
The teacher at Tivoli I get one extra
Hardship.
amount.
you would
It's
have
called
man,
hardship. Yeah, man.
teaching that.
Yes, true.
Yeah.
So more than likely, based on how the teacher stuff started out, you would have gotten that allowance tax free, based on the ministry or whatever they would have done.
Right.
So if you were getting $80,000 tax free, and then you're getting $100,000 taxable, that means you would have gone with net $80,000 because no tax is coming from
Yeah, well, it depends on how much tax will come out still. But yeah, me get what you say.
You might go with less.
And then you'd have $100,000 that is everything is coming out like PAYE.
Right.
But you would have not reached the PAYE threshold.
Right.
Because it's 125. So now you're going home with probably 170. The government do a restructuring and say, if you have a degree, the minimum you can go on, if you're a trained graduate, you get 2.825, which is all tax. So now you will pay tax, and that's work out to like 192K take home. So you're saying that your increase initial is basically $22,000. However, before, when you paid when you got 100,000 that taxes was coming on, that is the only money that you could pay in pension on. Your pension was only applied to the taxable, as in that would have been your salary. The allowances pension is not charged against allowance, and that is a law. So if it is now that it reach what, like you get 236 after tax, you pay 192. From where I'm sitting and where I'm hearing, teachers are complaining that they are being pushed above the threshold, paying more taxes now than before. But I'm saying that, is it that they do not understand that you pay more taxes, yes, because they're above the threshold? However, if you were getting more allowances and less salary, then you would have been paying less to your pension. So 25 years from now, when you retire, you collect less money in that future.
May I try to keep up? Go on, talk, man. But let me ask
Yes,
you a
so
question,
what
though.
I'm saying is
Before
that,
you go any further,
when,
though,
when,
caller. But hold on. You have said a lot. Let me ask you a question. So there are two opposing bodies here. You have the Ministry of Finance and you
JT.
have the Jamaica Teachers Association. Zin?
yes,
The Jamaica Teachers Association's responsibility is not only to negotiate on behalf of teachers and for the benefit of teachers, it is also to educate and sensitize and inform teachers on
Teachers.
any changes, any suggestions, any recommendations, get teachers' feedback, and then bring that to the negotiating table. So,
yes.
question: who is at fault for teachers who don't understand what is going on?
The Jamaica Teachers Association. Because look at it like this. I don't want to diverge, but for the Police Federation,
Right.
who represents the Police Federation?
I don't remember his name off at the top of my head.
It is rank and file members
Right.
that
Well,
make up the
fine. If
Police
that is what you
Federation.
mean, yes,
But
fine.
no, I'm going to go in here, right? The Police High Command, with the Commissioner, Superintendent, all those are
Assistant commissioner and them people,
uh, they are not
a
the
part of the
ones who
federation.
negotiate for the Police Federation.
Right.
Yeah. So, for example, now the teacher them, they are principals who are negotiating for the JT. From what I'm understanding, the principal is the head of the JT, right?
Always.
So this is the next thing. I'm not sure the if you look at the principal's
Remuneration
salary, how
package.
it works,
It
no
nice.
principal is crying.
Yes.
You understand? No
Bec-
principal is crying
because,
because
sir,
it
because
seems
the
that the principal
principals would
was.
have negotiated to make sure it's for them to go right. Because, look, and watch me now, you have a principal union and you have the JT, but most of the people on the JT executive are principals.
Executive or
Therein
principal,
lies the
and that is
problem,
where I
sir.
think there's something wrong there. I think
Sir,
there's
sir,
the
look at me, look at me, good, sir. Yeah, look at me.
yes,
I have been
yes,
saying
we
what you're
understand,
saying
man.
for
That's true.
years, sir. For years, donkey years, sir. You understand? So you're probably new around here, but bro, I have been singing that song for a long time, and you're spot on, sir.
So that is why I say, if you come back to the point where teachers are complaining, the teachers them need to look out for the principal them, because the principals, you know, hear no principal will come out and complain.
But if I was a
All they're
principal, I
saying
wouldn't
that
be
I wouldn't be
complaining.
complaining.
Yeah, that's sad.
school, way.
Yes, sir.
So I think master teacher with 15-year service, are those teachers are supposed to be on the JTA,
JTA.
representing the JTA. Master teachers,
Agree.
head of department, no principal or vice principal, for me, should be the persons who are on the executive.
Representing
What your name,
teachers.
G?
CT,
CT, big up yourself. You see you? You go to school.
CT.
You never farm full. You're a brilliant youth.
Yeah,
Brother,
because
watch
at
this.
the end of the day, like you're looking in every other organization, people have to remember this. And even some of us work in organizations. Management sometimes, because I have a friend, before she became a manager, she said when she reached a management meeting, the way in which they were negotiating, she realized that even HR itself never really, like they were negotiating for staff. They might have people who are managers who are not negotiating on the best benefits of the staff. So if you have a principal, why the principal is not the person who hire the teacher, they're hired on the recommendation of the Ministry of Education, right? So the Ministry of Education is basically your employer. But the principal is the
Is your boss?
It's the
Is the
boss.
immediate
is the
supervisor?
boss. You understand? So for me, I don't think the boss will negotiate with the staff because you don't really necessarily get a good negotiation because the boss is represented. The boss goes to the boss is being employed by the same employees.
Same agents who them negotiate with, eh?
The same agents who them negotiate with. So that's where I think the issue is
Sir,
conflated.
I
you
agree.
are
The next thing
correct.
is that
Sir, you are
Agree.
correct. That is where the
Agree.
issue is, sir. That is why I asked you the question. Whose responsibility is it is to really and truly sensitize and inform
teachers.
teachers as to what is being negotiated? The Jamaica Teachers
remember,
Association.
what people don't understand enough is that I remember a budget presentation, and in a budget presentation, they said above the line and below the line. If somebody never did finance, how would they know what above the line and below the line?
So somebody need to
If you
explain
have
it to them.
teachers who went to school to teach integrated science, they never specialized in accounting
In
or
accounts.
Accounts.
financial management. They might have a general knowledge of how to spend their money and budget their money, but they don't understand the intricacies of the tax law and all these other things work. So the next thing I'm trying to figure out, if the government have an independent audit firm and consultant to form the compensation review, why does the JTA not get an independent consultant to formulate a proper negotiating and say, oh, this is what I think is beneficial to the teachers them, and we bring it to the government. Them have an independent consultant, we have an independent consultant.
It's a very
Because
good
at the end of
question,
the day,
sir.
if you don't understand something, for example, if I get a contract and you know the law, are you going to you're going to sign the contract?
No,
You
sir.
are going to go to a lawyer
Correct.
and solicit the advice of a lawyer.
Yes, sir.
You understand what I mean?
Sir, you see the long and short of the story is, you see the JTA is an institution that is
JTA.
lacking, sir. That is what it is. It's JPA, Jamaica Principals Association. That is just the truth. You understand?
Exactly.
That is what it is. It has been and will continue to be because
doesn't
what?
change.
Growth is with that specific issue, the specificity of the whole JTA setup and everything. And I think the teachers, them, are full time now, they need to go to the mass and say, oh, we have to change it. We have to change our structure, our executive.
Yes,
we have
sir.
to change all this thing. And we cannot have it like this where the principal them are represented and the principal them top of the food chain. No principal now cry. That's the reality.
But they can't cry, brother. Them nice. Them not going to cry because the restructuring would have benefited principal significantly. You understand what I'm saying? Because mostly principals did the negotiation.
Right.
It's as simple as
and
that.
then the next thing, so that is the teachers then.
Yes.
I can understand them striking because you don't want money and you want to say X, Y, Z. But as I said before,
They deserve better, man.
The amount of increase that teachers get
Yes.
has to do with the fact that it has to do with the allowance versus the allowable taxable something they pay versus the non-taxable pay. That's the big issue. And then they're saying there's anomalies.
Anomalies.
We understand that.
Yeah, man, there will be issues.
If I push through the payroll, there will be issues.
So, yeah, man, naturally. Me get that. But it have to fix, brother, because at 2 months now.
Yeah, man, it's a fix, man. That's a big issue. I don't think people have to get their money.
Yes, sir.
Next week, Prime Minister not taking new salary.
Yes.
You mentioned something to the caller earlier.
Yeah.
That the Prime Minister is not the one who set him compensation.
Right.
Then the Prime Minister is not the one who set him compensation. How can he refuse his compensation?
Yeah, man, we get that, man. We address that, man. I spoke about that in an article as well, so you probably weren't listening then. So hold on, caller, man. Hold on, let me give you a chance to talk, man. Give me a chance, man. And that's how you think, you talk. You understand? So, if you were listening at one point, I would have also read an article where many legal personnel are suggesting that there may be some issue here because that is not how it should have been done. You understand? And there presents now legal issues because of what was done versus how it should have been done. You understand what I say? So whilst the Prime Minister said he will not accept it, that is just saying it. That there are processes and procedures that ought to be done to treat with that. Zine? So me understand what I said, but I also understand that there are also processes and principles involved. So me get that. So even though me say another Prime Minister said it, Zine, I know that there are issues that will have to be treated with and addressed.
the reason why I raise this issue, because I hear people saying the Prime Minister say I'm not taking it. I remember the USA when Donald Trump won the election, he said he was not taking the salary because US president gets like 400,000 US per year and he gets 50,000 for expenses. If he said that he weren't taking the salary, however, based on the US Constitution, there's a section saying any US president has to basically saying that you have to be paid. So you have no control over to remove the compensation.
Right. So you take the money and do what you want, do with it. Right. Right.
To decrease the compensation, you are an elected official and representative of the people. So you don't have no. So for me, when I think when Andrew said that, the Prime Minister said that, he was just coming out politically to try and appease.
Yeah, man. I mean that is.
And I think they never advised him correctly because you can't come out and say that. But the thing is, I thought he said it to gain a political score. To say, yo, look at me. I am me say, yo, they said 25 million. However, I'm saying that the benevolence of my art and the people I'm here, you know,
yes.
may I stick to the 9. However, it cannot be that case. Then people are making the thing the same. Remember this, the Prime Minister is a cabinet minister.
Right.
He's an MP.
Right.
He's a Prime Minister. If you are shifting the Prime Minister from the Prime Minister's tier, can it be that how can the Prime Minister run a cabinet that is the head of the cabinet,
right,
and you have persons in the cabinet earning more than the Prime Minister?
Right, but that is his choice. He chose to do that.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying to you that again, I think what they need to do is come out with the Constitution to say, because the Constitution must have something that
speaks to it.
Speaks on the compensation.
Yes, man. Definitely, 100%. Yes, it does.
And the Prime Minister himself.
Yes.
So for me, the Prime Minister is Prime Minister making that statement is like, I'm not going to use that word. The Prime Minister making that statement is like King then. The King coming and making a proclamation saying that, yo, a $500 member say, tomorrow, new taxes. Does that mean that if the Prime Minister come and say, oh, him not take the 25 million and only take 9 million, that means they can come and say new taxes tomorrow? Well,
it's the finance minister who really does that still, not the Prime Minister.
Yeah, no,
but me get what you're saying, you know, but you see, brother, people watching, so we have to ensure so we try to treat with the correct information at all times. You understand?
Yeah.
So you may know it, but not everybody know it. The finance minister decides to treat with that.
That's why I'm saying that I think those are the issues where it's like you making these statements, or even the Prime Minister making the statement, takes the masses for, I would call it done, are ignorant to.
I don't think so. All right. I don't agree with that. I think what the Prime Minister did was, in his best judgment, the right thing. We can look at it and call it what it is. However, there are processes and procedures that ought to be followed. You understand what I'm saying? So, whilst him say it there, so I'm sure that he will have to go to cabinet, and then go to parliament and treat with it the right way. You understand what I'm saying? But it was in a press conference, he might talk to the country, it was, in his view, the thing to say, whether it was a political thing or whether it was sincere, that is what was said. However, it has to be treated within the Constitution that exists. So I am sure it has to be done that way. Probably not in front of our eyes, but it will have to be treated with. You understand? What the Prime Minister probably should have done is say, okay, whilst this is the increase, I will not take the increase, but I will defer it or transfer it to places that need it or whatever. But not to say, okay,
I want to know.
Me not take it.
So the Prime Minister reverts to his original pay scale, which is a 9 million, plus the multiple allowances. The Prime Minister still does not reside. How much Prime Minister we have since independence?
Quite a few. I remember right up on me, about 7 or 8.
How many of those Prime Ministers have never resided in Bear Royal?
I think only Andrew.
So is there a allowance for the upkeep of Bear Royal?
I am sure there is. There has to be.
Is there an allowance for the upkeep of Andrew's private residence?
I can't speak to that.
No, but I'm saying the upkeep of Vale Royal is for the person, the Prime Minister, living in the residence and ensuring that the
But
property
whether the
is
Prime
up.
Minister live
Who
there or
shall
not,
live
it have
in
to
there? Like,
upkeep.
you have to do
So
upkeep.
if they are not there, it is being kept up.
It
It has to
should
be.
be. Well, it
However,
should be.
however,
Eh.
wherever the Prime Minister is residing, there has to be some allowance
I
for
can't
upkeep.
speak. I do not. I really don't know, sir.
No, I'm
To be
not saying
honest
you
with you.
can speak with him.
No.
I'm not saying you can
Okay,
speak
so I
with him.
really don't know. So I don't
No.
know if the Vale Royal upkeep transferred to Upper Beverly Hills. I mean, I really don't know.
But that's why I say even if it is transferred, the Vale Royal has to be kept.
Yes, sir, because it is the official residence of the Prime
I
Minister.
think
Prime
that
Minister.
to me, we need even clearance on that too.
Okay,
Why is it
fair
that
enough.
why you as the Prime Minister don't live at Vale Royal? Nobody now say you can't have a house
Nah,
why
man.
is it
Naturally, I got your horse, man.
in Vale Royal.
That's a question that I would put to the Prime Minister
You're
if I'm
supposed
given the opportunity to, but I
I
can't
am
answer
going to
it.
speak to the people and the media people. The Prime Minister should be residing in Vale Royal until him out time office in Grime Yard.
But Carla, may I ask why though? Why should he have to reside in
He
Vale
should
Royal?
be residing in Vale Royal because that is the Prime Minister's residence.
So my
Why?
co-host is asking you why though.
Mm-hmm.
Why though?
Yeah.
The reason why is because as an elected official, there's a residence provided to you as the Prime Minister. These are things that are entrenched in our constitution. So even if you had a house, you move out of your house and you come stay in it for official visits for other things. For example, if you're hosting the Prime Ministers of various countries, you can host them at Vale Royal.
I mean, I think Vale Royal that nice, so that still. But yeah.
But what will happen is that he will host them at Vale Royal, but he will sleep at his house. So you're still using the residence. You know?
So hold on. So it's not being used none at all? Hold on. Whoa. So hold on. Right. So you're suggesting that it is not being used any at all. I know there was some issues with it in the press
They
still.
use it because when them say them have Vale Royal talk, the Prime Minister and the opposition.
Yeah, man. No, but having Vale Royal talks don't necessarily mean say a Vale Royal talks go on and you can go on at the OPM, the office of the Prime Minister.
That they use it sometimes though, because I know they use it where people them have meeting there and other diplomats and those people.
Right. Okay. So your view is that you're a caller. We have to go free up. Hold on, no caller. Hold on, man. The man passionate, man. We respect that. But watch out. We have to go free up the line. So you're saying that the Prime Minister should reside at Vale Royal. That and if he's not elected Prime Minister the next election in Ganyard.
Yes.
All right.
One final thing before.
All right.
It's really the same Vale Royal thing.
Right.
I just think that in terms of just like how you have US and the White House,
Right.
the White House.
I was waiting for that to come.
Yeah, the US and the White House is the White House, and it is entrenched in the Constitution. Once
Right.
you become the president, you know the White House is the White
And that's where you live. Right.
I'm saying that you becoming a prime minister, I think that Vale Royal should be something where it's monumental in the history.
But is it though?
Where it's just, you're
Versus the White, all right. So versus the White House, do you think that Jamaica can give that same level of reverence and admiration to Vale Royal as how Americans adore the White House?
But that's the thing, though. I'm thinking that a lot of Jamaicans do not understand or overstand the culture or the understanding of the whole Vale Royal.
The significance of Vale Royal.
All of these monuments in our history. So for them to give it the reverence that it is necessarily deemed to be given,
right?
I don't think a lot of persons know the significance of these institutions. So it's really that. But I think that if they were to know the significance of it, then people would give it the rightful thing. Before we say one thing before, because I think we're not gonna say this. Mark up the line for real.
Yeah, right.
If we become a republic, it doesn't mean that the governor you get rid of the person who is governor general. You might get rid of
the office, yeah, man. No,
end up getting an executive president.
A president, right. But then no. Yes, man. Fear.
The governor general is now a president.
Right, yeah, man.
Executive president, and you still have a prime minister. So non-executive president, and you have a prime minister. So if we become a republic, they might not remove the person, they might create a new role called a non-executive president. So what we would want
It's not a
is to
might,
remove the
bro. It's not a might. It
person.
has to happen. The office of the governor general will be no more. I mean, the
Yeah, but
president will
but they would
perform
have.
some of the roles that the governor general did perform, but constitutionally speaking, the office of the GG will be null and void.
Which is fine, which I think I would be fine with, given the fact that we need a visa and all these other documentation to go to England. So there's no benefit for us to hold on to England at this moment in time. However, as I said before, they might end up with a non-executive president. This man already is getting 34 million right now. So it depends on how they shift that.
I think the king will pay the governor general, but that's the next story for you next time.
Yeah. But I mean,
If you represent me, I'm if you pay.
right now, no problem for call next person.
Yeah, man, do that, man. Next week again, you link me, see? Call me what next week.
Yeah, man, next week. I mean, probably have too much things.
Make sure you know, because you see somebody send you a link and I say it sound like you not subscribe it now, then I say you need to do the right thing. Like how Andrew need to do the right thing and live long and feel right. You understand?
Yeah. Alright, I said this one thing. They got 1 minute.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Yeah, man.
What I see at the PNP and the JLP thing.
Yeah.
What I think is that it's not necessarily that we need a new party. What I think we need is a new ideology. We are not stuck in a capitalism society and a capitalistic structure, and we have some form of sharing of resources with people.
Oh, so yeah, socialism, yeah. Hold on, whoa. Hold on, 30 seconds, man. Hold on. So you're suggesting me, cause me ear you come down in line, you know, I'm listening, you know. So you're so you believe in Marxism then?
Repeat?
You believe in Marxism then? Because you say shared resources, that sound very much communist to me.
No, but that's why I said this is the problem now with coming with the thing. It's not necessarily
communism.
The problem is that is how people define it. For example,
yes.
I am saying to you the democracy, you will keep democracy in the sense that we vote for who we think can lead us the best.
Right.
Giving them 2 terms, democratic republic then. They say out, we'll limit the terms. You can only
it's 2 terms. I agree with you on that, sir.
Yes. For that part.
I agree.
The next part of it is in terms of allocation of resources, in terms of land, in terms of government compensation, in terms of all of that. I am thinking that the structural way in terms of doing those things, the great equalizer is education. So for me, education should be free across the board up to the university level. So I'm saying that you put in infrastructures, education, health, those things are the things that I'm saying that is.
And them things that drive productivity, man. True.
So those things are to be socialized in the sense that the rich man can go the best university.
Yeah.
The poor man can go the best university, regardless of income, of household. So that is the part that I'm talking about. Given that part, if the health care and the education is socialized,
right,
then it would lead to better.
All right, all right. So can you say in for the benefit of everybody? Hold on. For the benefit of everybody listening, you're suggesting that healthcare and education should be accessible for free right across the board. So just say that.
Across the board.
Right. Yeah, man.
Right through university.
Right.
Which would be a springboard into success. A successful society, because you would have people becoming doctors, lawyers, teachers, nurses, and everything. And those people. But
you can also you can also appreciate that the expenditure to treat with that though would be astronomical though. You can appreciate that.
But then may I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you know that Jamaicans by nature, I'm not sure if other cultures, Jamaicans by nature are socialized persons. For example, if you
every country people are socialized. Hold on, when they say socialized, what do you mean?
Right? Or England.
Yeah.
Your first thing is to send back a barrel from my yard. Or send some money from my yard.
Not my first thing, but probably other people's first thing.
No, I'm saying to you that a lot of persons, when they go overseas, they send money back to Jamaica, or they send barrel and them something.
Yeah, man.
They want to send things to their family. So
but it's not socialism, that, brother. It's just say, I look out for your people, them.
Yeah, we are of that makeup. However, if you go into those societies, those other persons are not necessarily have that makeup. So they are of a capitalistic mindset where it is me earn $1 billion and I have $1 billion, but my neighbor over there, so him not drinking water. I am not extending
But if my
drinking
neighbor
water
now
to my
work, me
neighbor.
not give me water neither, brother.
But no, but I'm trying to say to you that but I'm saying to you that if you check Jamaica, right now a person every day, so I've seen me come out of my I've seen persons broke down in the rain. I'm gonna come out of my vehicle, park my vehicle, and I push them vehicle
Yeah,
in
go
the
the
rain.
youth.
I get wet up
Yeah,
in the
man.
rain.
We don't do
I'm
that
see how me
too.
see them thing on
But
the
me not
street
think
and
that
me
have
a
to do
hot
nothing
up
with
in the street.
socialism.
If
That
them
is
man hot
just
up in the
that.
street,
I have a
No, hold on now.
question.
Yeah. We did give 30 seconds, but that is not socialism, bro. That is
no, I'm
just
not
good
saying it's socialism,
naturedness. Eh.
That's why I'm saying to you that it is not. That's why I'm saying socialism is mixed up with people saying communism. Communism is a total different thing where you don't have a say in who govern you. So I'm
I
talking
have a
about you
question.
having a say in who govern you.
Right.
However, you have
So you
infrastructure
want
that are
mixed, hold on, you want
playing.
mixed socialism. Uh. We have to go
Right now.
talk next week.
Me have
All
a
right, all
question.
right.
I have
Next
a
week.
question.
Yeah, run a question for us, Scotty.
I'm saying, all right, so while the caller is saying that free education right across the board up to university, but the question is, how will this
Repeat.
be funded? Who is going to pay for it? How will it be paid
How
for?
is it being funded?
How
How will
will
it be
it be
funded?
funded?
Who is going
How
to
will it
pay
be
for it?
funded?
Because that's a
All right.
big bill, you
It
know.
will, but I say it will be. All right, I'm tell you how will it be funded.
Make it
It
quick.
will be funded. It will be funded if we stop allowing for persons to come into the country who are not paying taxes. For example, you go to a place to buy something. 95% of the goods in Jamaica services should attract GCT. When you pay your money, there's no GCT on it. That means that that business is not filing GCT or not paying over taxes. And there are several businesses in the country that are not doing that.
Oh, hold it,
None of
hold on,
those
this is no
businesses
color,
are
but
going
hold
to
on,
buy
hold it,
no tax.
hold it. All right. As far as I know, in many countries around the world, in order to attract investors, you give them tax
Your
breaks,
waivers.
tax incentives. So for example, all right, for example, a company that is listed on the junior stock market, they don't pay income tax for 10-year period, right? So that is giving that company enough time to put itself together whilst they are employing people. You understand? They're influencing the export market and import market and stuff. So it's not so tax incentives in the rawness of it also benefits the country because
But
it
I'm going to
attracts
show you what that is. That company gets 10 years, right?
right,
5 years tax free and 5 years 50%. That's
correct,
how it works. 5 years
yes,
tax free, 5 years 50%. However, that company is paying payroll taxes.
right.
So they have people on payroll and they're paying payroll taxes. Ed tax, R tax, NHT, NIS. The company is paying those. These
Right.
companies that I'm telling you
But
about,
that is coming
they
out of the
actually
worker's
are those
salary.
companies.
And the worker, another
Hold on.
company money that are the
Hold on.
worker's salary that are come out of.
Yeah.
You were there.
Yeah, no, remember that the workers pay tax and companies pay tax.
Yeah, but when they say
Even
them
when
a
the
pay,
workers
when them
pay
a pay the workers tax,
NIS and
NHT,
something.
NIS,
NIS.
another
That's from the
company a pay
worker's
that it is
salary.
deducted from the worker's salary.
No. Listen to my boss.
Me,
Let me teach them, man.
yeah, me
The
talk.
worker pays NIS
Yeah.
and the employee pays NIS and the employer pays NIS as well.
For who?
For the company?
All right, in order for the company to pay you, for example, if you're a staff, the company pays you and deduct your NIS. It's
Right.
for you.
And send it
But they
over
pay
to.
an NIS because of paying you that. So I'm saying to you that they pay at a rate of 3% and you pay at a rate of like 2.5%.
So
All
both the
right. So, all
company
right.
and the
Well, I know, to be
employer.
honest with you, I can't tell us I am very versed there, but I am confused as to why the company will be paying NIS to me if me I pay NIS to myself.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying to you that for every employee that pays NIS, NHT, and Ed tax, the company pays NIS, NHT, and Ed tax, and also R tax that you don't pay. You don't pay R tax. The company pays R tax.
Right, so the
And
company
the
I pay for them
employer
tax,
pays.
but me I pay my NIS and them something that no, the company not pay that
Yeah,
to
but
me.
yes, which is fine. But I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to explain to you is that every tax that you pay, that you see
The
coming out
company
of your
pay
pay,
too. That is what
the
they're
company
saying.
pays it as well.
Okay.
So I'm saying to you that the company pays it. So it's employer and employee tax.
Okay,
So both the
fine.
employer pays tax and the employee pays The employer pays NHT, the employee pays NHT. The employer pays NIS, the employee pays NIS. The employer pays Ed tax, the employee pays Ed tax. The employer pays R tax, but the employee does not pay R tax.
I'm listening.
So what I'm trying to say is
Yeah,
that
man. You
some
know
of these
my
other
style.
companies don't have somebody on staff running through payroll. So they don't pay any of those payroll taxes. They don't pay GCT, which is not a tax incentive benefit. They're not paying company income tax. So the amount of revenue that is leaving the country or the island to go somewhere else is so enormous. If you look at the informal sector, the people I'm telling you, it's not necessarily informal alone. It's 60% of the economy. So I'm saying
Yes, Carla, but hold on, yes. Hold on, no, Carla, hold on now. Come here, I forget. Look here, say if the company come from Nigeria, come set up shop here. Naturally, the people that own the country come from Nigeria, so them going to send back them profit. But that country is employing thousands of Jamaicans. That country is using, hold on, no, Carla, hold on, no, man. That country is using raw material from in Jamaica. That company is providing benefits to Jamaica and Jamaicans. So even if profit leave the country, there is some benefit being derived from the operation of the company in the country. That is why we do these things as countries. You understand what I say? So, and Carter, you sound very knowledgeable read the company thing, which I am not. You understand what I say? Let me put that out there, so. Yeah. So I can't say yeah, but you me go do now. Yeah, I can't work in, I'm going to do my research and I'm going to reason. See? But when a company is given a tax break or a tax holiday, rest assured, sir, that there is some benefit being derived from that company by locals and the Jamaican economy. It's not just one way. So yes, the profit will be sent back to some places, and there's high retention in many of these places because some of these executive people, them live here, them buy land here, them pay rent here, them end up pay tax here. You understand what I say? So and them picnic at school here and the whole thing. Zin? So just looking at it in a vacuum there, so is probably not the right way to look at it, because there has to be some benefit to the country, real and perceived. You understand what I say? But Carla, we're going to wrap it up there, sir. I appreciate the input. The man sound very, very knowledgeable, read some things. I can't speak to the intricacies of operations in these companies, but me going to do some reading, because my style that, because I like to know things in a brother, so me going to try and know some things. And when you link me back, we reason again.
My background is in finance. So if I'm calling you and telling you something, as I say, when I read it up,
me I gotta do that, man. Rest assured that I will. Cause conversation is supposed to go on and make you hold me one. I know my style that. You understand? But big up yourself in a father CT.
Right. Yeah, man. Big up, man.
Guidance. Yeah, man. Empress Bernardine company also reinvest some of the profit in the island as well. Yeah, man. There has to be benefit, man. Government not just get up and give you tax breaks for no reason at all. Because there has to be. Most time, who you employ. You understand? The Jamaicans are provide job opportunities for. Yeah, so the things set up, you know. You understand me? I say, Empress Bowen, good night. Miss Bernadine, how are you? Scotty, one next thing. No, call not coming right now. Fenlit, a Douglas in name?
Yeah, man,
I think
he is a bachelor's degree.
He is the counselor for the Waterford Division in St. Catherine. I don't remember. He said
so
that
you need a bachelor's degree
for enter representational politics.
That's what he said. That's what I saw the article.
Mm-hmm.
I glanced over it. I didn't read it.
Oh, you didn't read it like?
No,
okay.
I didn't read it. I just glanced at it. So you're saying that's the baseline?
So we don't have enough doctors and these people in a politics, man. Doctor this and PhD that and that and
but
that and that.
But I guess from what he's saying, then we have a lot of persons in there too that don't have anything.
Mm-hmm.
That just have the name.
But then no, question.
Mm-hmm.
Am I to believe that only people with bachelor's degree or master's degrees or PhDs are able to be visionaries and have workable ideas and solutions?
No. And just the same, Art. So in order to be employed as a teacher, you would have to have some college. You have to have some form of qualification.
University, and then you do education somewhere.
There's a requirement. There's a minimum requirement that you must meet.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see where he's coming from to say that in order to be this, there must be a minimum requirement that you must
But
meet.
I can say to you
Not
as a
that he's
teacher.
saying,
Yeah.
not that he's saying that only persons with that with a certificate
Let me
or a
find the article
degree.
but conversely, I can say to
I
you
don't,
that
as I say, I don't know the
yeah,
article.
man, but no one man you behave like CT, you know, you're not give me a chance, man. Hear me answer, man. I can say to you that
Yes.
I know many teachers who have master's
Degrees.
degree, and I know teachers with doctorate,
Diplomas.
and them fool.
I'm fair. That's fair enough. But I'm saying there's a baseline requirement.
So you're saying a
instead
baseline
of it-
requirement for a politician should be a bachelor's degree in
No,
something.
I am not. It's not that I'm agreeing to that, you know.
Oh, you're not
but I'm
agree.
saying
So you agree or
it's
you
not-
disagree? Hold on.
Hold
You're
on.
agreeing or you disagreed?
I cannot agree or disagree because I didn't read the article. I didn't know
All right,
where he's
so
coming from
watch
or
out.
what
I'm gonna
he
read the
said. But
article.
I'm-
Hold on, no, man.
Hold on. What
No
I'm
worry,
saying
you
is-
go out.
hold
Let
on.
me find it.
There needs to be there should be a baseline requirement.
And what are your suggestions as it relates to a baseline requirement?
I'm gonna have to think about it. I don't want it too much because I'm going to run for court.
You're sitting on the fence, man.
No. I'm going
You
to
may
run for
fall
court.
off.
Listen, I'm going to run for counselor, so I don't want to shoot myself in the foot.
Oh, you're running for counselor. All right. So, my sister, let me so enlighten you.
Go ahead.
Douglas wants minimum bachelor's requirement for political reps. Yeah? So Waterford Councillor Fenley Douglas wants a minimum qualification requirement of a bachelor's degree for a representative seeking political office.
I'm listening to you.
The qualification, he maintains, must be ascertained even before they apply to their party for a consideration to contest elections. Douglas, a staunch advocate for salary increases and benefits for councillors, described the salary they were receiving prior to the increase announced last week by Minister of Finance and Public Service, Dr. Nigel Clark, as embarrassing, inadequate, and a slap in the face. He welcomes the government's decision to grant a salary increase to councillors, noting that in some cases where councillors have minimum qualifications, it is well deserving. So I wonder if Fenley is representing the party here, because the leader of the party say, no, it is not right for the increases across the board.
Oh.
Yeah, so,
Maybe
me
he's
no
speaking
know.
on his behalf.
I guess so. I welcome the increase as a hardworking and qualified councillor, Douglas said.
Yes.
I would not give my salary back because I am a hard worker who spend my salary in my division. But what I will say is that there must be a stipulation as to who can offer themselves for elected office. Me I do look mad in my head. Hold on.
Leave
No, man.
it back.
Hold on,
Leave it
man.
back.
I do look mad. Hold on. All right, you're going to leave it.
alone.
But me I'm mad
Leave it
something.
alone.
I strongly believe that every elected representative must have a first degree to qualify to represent the people, some of whom are much brighter than them. A bachelor's degree don't make you bright though, Mr. Fenley. Trust me. I know many people with it. You
It
understand?
just means that you
You
can
have
be
it on
taught.
paper.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
and you'd
yeah.
have gone
You
through
will
a
learn
course
no
of
for something.
study and you learn some things with you
Yeah,
still.
man.
But
You
I
will
don't
learn
think
no
it
for
make you
something.
bright. According to Douglas, it makes no sense having political representatives without a minimum qualification collecting huge salaries. While in other areas of government, a minimum qualification of a first degree is required. I mean, you have to have that as a teacher. You understand? Going forward. How can we have persons handling millions of dollars, as in the case of the Constituency Development Fund, the CDF I'm telling about, for example, and don't have even a minimum qualification? But then the qualification can be in a agriculture and Finley and not in finance too. So
Not in finance.
it means well, all right, fine. Even a teller in a bank nowadays has to possess a first degree. See? I saw you go.
I think so.
He said a manifestation of lacking requisite educational background and experience is seen in budget overruns for projects. A thief then thief, Finley. In order to do no degrees, thief them thief. But I could go and read. That nothing to do with the edification qualification. Look here, me know some doctor were involved. Operation Pride, it was a doctor. You understand? Petrojam Dong so, it was a doctor.
But
Whether
look at
by
the-
medical
look
or
at-
PhD.
Look at the education ministry. sir.
Education. Look here. Me move on. Dr. Grace McLean, you mean? What do you mean? All right, so make you see. A thief then thief. We are seeing projects going to tender for a few $1 million, running into tens of millions before completion. Finally, no, political linkage them and talk to them. This is also an indication of a lack of knowledge among other factors. So the Waterford Council says, along with the salary increases granted, there should be further clarification of a councillor's status in government's service operation. Right now, we don't know if we are a public servant or a civil servant. Just take it to it. We are told that we are not even a member of staff at the municipal corporation. Don't know what definitely. Then you couldn't be staff down there. You understand?
But what are they though?
Them is councillor. You must say deaf. All this should be clarified. He said, arguing that a stipulated qualification would define their status. I mean, things are still, because if you get the masters and them don't put the thing in place down there, you're still not a member of the staff, feeling you. That then say. Douglas said traveling and motor vehicle upkeep along with other benefits should be also considered. But no, Phil, you take it too far, you know. You take it too far, no rude boy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Should also be considered by a government as part of the overall remuneration package. So that is the article, my dear sister. You have now been reliably informed.
No, but let me ask you though, what is the baseline requirement though to go into representation and politics?
You choose one party.
Yes, that's it.
And people know you. Many of these men, in fairness, are businessmen who would have lived in these communities and areas and do business for a long time. So they would have built a rapport with the constituents, and so people are willing to support them. You understand? In fairness. So, but I don't know that there's no qualification. You choose a party and you put your hat in the ring, you seek nomination and you see being elected. You understand what I say? So, but you know, interesting. People, some people are say yeah, some people are say nay. You know these things.
I mean, yeah.
What I think though, and hear me out, in order to be a cabinet minister, you should have certain level of qualifications. But to be a councillor or MP per se, I don't necessarily have to say no. But to be a member of the cabinet, to be a minister, this or a minister, that or a minister of whatnot, you must.
I think there should be some baseline requirements for all areas. There should
all
be
areas.
Some baseline. Yes, there should be some baseline.
I don't disagree with you, but
it can't be whosoever will may come.
Give them the money for them lie down anytime. See, so what we are saying is that for me though, if we are going to talk about qualification to become a minister of finance, you should have a background in finance. You understand? If you are going to become a minister of security, you should have done some criminology and some things in security. So? Yes, man. If you're going to be a minister of health, you should have some background in healthcare. Yes, man. Yes, Scotty. Scotty, hold on. You can't be a teacher of agri and a J, you got a college go there. You could. But you shouldn't. You can't be yes, you can. You can't be a teacher of English and a maths. You got college, you specialize in maths, you know. So all can then you can run finance ministry and I would work you do run a furniture shop run. So then that makes sense. Yeah, laugh, man.
You might have been exposed. You might have been exposed to small aspects. It's not necessarily that was your major.
Do you understand the responsibility on the Minister of Finance's shoulder?
I would want to say heavy is that head.
Brother, look here. And the thing is that a regular man supposed to can run and win. Zane? Right.
But it's a regular man, no. I'm not saying a degree, you know. Please don't.
So what is a baseline requirement then, miss? 7CXC?
Create a baseline requirement.
All right, 7CXC? One answer certificate?
Without they have been leaked.
Right, but Scotty, may I ask? So you said baseline. What is your suggestion of? Me I tell you what my mind. Right. For a cabinet minister, you need to specialize in the area. Look, I am a teacher of geography. You understand what I say? I don't think the principal would be wise if he said me go teach POB. The youth them is going to fail until me get round to getting some grad. Because you know me as a teacher, if you said me go teach me, I go want to go teach it. But say me have to get some you understand? We don't have the time for you to learn on the job in our country as a cabinet minister family. You need some background on the thing. So as a cabinet minister, you have to have expertise in the area with them.
In your portfolio.
All right, so Nigel Clark now, I come from finance. You see pre where me depend? You see what I go on there, so?
Me get you in. I get what
I
you're
saw
saying.
me
I'm
a pre
not
thing.
against that. Somebody said in the comments that people with access alone can run for political positions. But
what is access? What is
yes,
access,
that
Xavier?
is it. What is access?
Me born poor and me find my way to go to college. Me never have no access. I struggle through. So we are gonna limit yourself. I make it hold on, Xavier, I get what you said to you, but me the next access is relative. You understand what I say? I never born come see nothing, sir. And when I say nothing, I mean nothing. You see me?
But access to I don't
So when you say access now, and as me I say, for me, you don't need a degree to be a counselor. I mean, I agree with that.
Me not say degree.
You understand?
What art certificate?
But as a cabinet minister, in order to be a minister of religion, you need to be a theologian, sir. You need to study theology. That me thing. You understand what I say? If you're a minister of agriculture, you needed to have done agri-sci up a case. Or some other part there. If you're a minister of environment, you should have studied environmental science like I did. Me a lucky job. You understand? So that's what I think there.
That is what I mean. Minister
and environment.
Yeah, me can work alongside you. Me have something.
No, you can go and agree. Where you want to work alongside with me? No, man. Too much friend and company and ministry them too, man. Me don't want you around them, man. Grow on some, man. And that much of the ministry them too much friend and company. But I don't want you around there.
Well, there could be some appropriation.
Too much friend and company business, man. And that much of the ministry them, man.
Oh my
Put the
God.
people them a qualify around there. Well, you do emphasize still, so me can't too pressure you. You could have been my assistant. Me and I appropriate nothing, you know. That be you. Yeah, that's what I say. My youth them for proud of their father. That me I tell you, so me and you depend that. So Scotty, as me say, counselor, me not the degree thing for your counselor, I will not hold any harder than that. For an MP, yeah.
All right, me see somebody say something sensible in the comment.
So I'll be a fool in there then, otherwise. That you
no,
say?
man. No, that's not what I'm saying. I like this comment. You see, boy? She said, if we look on the positions as corporations, then each person is a CEO of that organization. What would be the minimum requirement you would want for your CEO? Why my internet just went away? I'm still on.
Internet will upgrade. Yeah, man, you're there, man.
So she has said, if you look at it as a corporation, then
most of these entities is a bachelor's or master's for
so
run out the company.
Minimum? What is the minimum requirement you would want
a bachelor's
to have? A bachelor's. And that's for the cabinet members?
We just answer the question whenever they talk about CEO. So the CEO would be the policy maker, the cabinet member. Yeah, man, you have to have some qualification. You have to have some experience around this, sir.
Can I ask a question though, sir?
You just did. You want to ask another one?
If you have knowledge of it.
You're above my pay grade.
Do we have anybody currently who is a cabinet minister who would not have these minimum requirements?
Possibly.
A bachelor's degree or a diploma?
Yeah, man, I think so. I won't call her name, but I think so.
Don't call her name?
I can't verify it 100%, but I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Cabinet minister. Yeah, man, possibly.
But years of experience now would
well, I guess. I guess.
Sir, years of experience is a
it's important. It is important,
okay.
Man. No, I can't deny that. Years of experience is always important, you know. Good experience, that is, because yeah, so experience. You know, I think. But for me, and I'm being very serious here and very genuine. To be a cabinet minister, you need to have some expertise. It is not always easy to get that, you know, because it's who offer themselves up for representational politics. And again, that is my view. You don't have to be an MP to be a cabinet minister.
Okay.
You shouldn't. No, I've been a minister of industry and commerce. I think him is not cabinet minister. Kamika
Johnson Smith.
John, what's her first name again?
I don't know. I'm not going to pronounce it.
Yes, but she is not an MP. She's Minister of Foreign Affairs. So you don't have to be. You understand what I say? But we have this tendency that, okay, we have pick cabinet ministers, it have to be from the list of MPs. Because that is how it has, that's the status quo.
That's how it has been.
Yes, but it doesn't have to be, man. See,
Okay.
it's normally, if it's not an MP, so it's normally a senator. So I suppose probably there's some checks and balance in the constitution that speaks to that, probably. I don't know, I would have to research that. So Shana Young, good night, Empress. How are you? It's good to see you. Always comment on the interview with them. I appreciate you. You understand? Big up yourself. You're a good lady, girl. You understand? Common entrance. King Harry, see the number. The number is in the pin comment. Let me post here, sir. See it there? I wonder if people been a call. I'm not see call them because the phone is on silent. Juliet Owens has $800 million real estate contract.
Oh,
Where she get it from? Who get her? Juliet has been in real estate for years, you know. So I don't know. I don't think this. Okay, thanks. King Harry saying one call. I've been seeing a few things as when they asked me the other day. I tell you something.
I saw the
really
article,
haven't
but I
read
didn't read it.
Right, me really not read it yet still. Something about she's being a bully and them some court case business.
There was something on it about some road and some.
Me glimpse it. Oh, when them ask, she fix the road we go to our development.
No, as I say, I'm not sure. But
Oh,
I
you're
know
not read it,
there's
you're
some.
not read it.
No, I
Me have to
didn't
go read it because you see when them question come up, me like and talk about them, you know.
I didn't
But then me
read
can't read every article every day. Me head big enough, me can't manage everything every time. Them say her brother in America is funding her project. I don't know, you know, Lady Young, but what I know, in fairness to Mrs. Holness, she has been a real estate developer for years.
Years.
You understand? So it's not like she just going in real estate. Why is she a cabinet? She's not a cabinet minister, sir. Now, as far as I know, she's not. She's a member of parliament, but she's not a cabinet minister. Cabinet minister means you have portfolio responsibility for her ministry. She doesn't. You understand? If I was a prime minister and my wife and she in real estate, me then give her Ministry of Housing and Development. Let me tell you the truth, God love, because she have.
I mean, it might not want to because then.
They might say nepotism.
Yep.
And loveism. Husbandism and wifeism. Yes, Scotty. But then if she is duly elected, if she's a duly elected member of the parliament,
and she's the best member,
she has a skill set and the expertise to contribute to the development of a particular sector, then what people have to say have to do with me. If me want the best for the country, me I tell you the truth what God love. Look here, as a leader, Scotty, you know make decisions of popularity, you know. You are making the best decisions in the interest of the country. Many of our politicians don't do that.
That's what you ought to do.
You understand? They don't do that. But say,
exactly.
Look here. If Andrew can take back Wheatley and put him on some committee, run at some place, run at some part. You understand? I move JC from down there to down there, then move him back round there. So I move Darrell Voss from Ronso to Ronso to Ronso and then back Ronso. Juliet has years of experience in real estate development. Ministry of Housing and Development is a ministry. What the big deal? You understand? Me and you now, whilst we won't be married, you understand? If you are a duly elected official for upper run and one part up so, and me as a prime minister, and you went to school and your specialization is agri-side, you are going to become a minister of agriculture because that is your expertise. You understand? So people are going to say, oh, because I'm a friend. Yeah, I'm a friend, but she qualified for do your job. So she are going to do your job. If she not do it, me take it from her. You understand?
Simple.
Some me know.
In our workout, we just shift.
In our workout, if in our workout and she a farm food instead of a farm food, then she go on about her business. That is what a leader does. You do the right things for the best interest of the country. Is even if look, if you do, you're damn. If you don't, you're damn. You understand what I say? So I just saw the thing.
Well, you just do what you have to do.
Because the truth is that she may have done a very creditable job with it. You understand what I say? So, who has been Minister of Housing? Who are Minister of Housing, you know? I want them put that. Then good as bungled with Sydney, you know. That's the next thing.
Them offer a lot of bungle these?
Yeah, man, have a bungling a go on. See? See, Floyd Green and our film portfolio long so. Agriculture, fisheries and mining. That's rough. I will work that, you know. I will have 3 ministry that, you know, agriculture and fishery are one, but then mining are one whole industry that by itself, you know.
Mining
I
the,
guess
the
them
top
say it kind
country.
of, I don't know. Um, yeah. Oh, so King Iris saying one call, but it look like him phone now work. You see me? So yeah, our time, you know, cause bombard, night come.
Morning a light. And
Eh,
I'm going to church tomorrow, you know.
pray for me.
I always do that. You need it.
Yeah, so that's why me answer.
Yes.
Me
And I
can't.
know that's why I supply it.
Oh. All right, somebody a call. So me take the last call, yeah, and go in bed. Night caller.
Night, Teach.
Bless,
King Harry.
blessings, fam. Turn down when
I'm
y'all
just
listen to the
catching.
stream pan in the background.
Oh, sorry.
You don't need to listen to this, so listen to me through your phone. Yeah, man. Blessings, fam. Give thanks.
Okay. Yes, I'm just catching the streams. I don't know what the topic was. But I just
Oh, see there? Cabinet reshuffle. Prime Minister not taking new salary, teacher strike. All sort of things that go on in the country. So if you have something you want to talk about, just run it. It don't really matter. We affect the country. We are talking about third party business, JLP, PNP, and then we are talking about UIC run on one part. You understand? So we talk about enough things. You see? We are talking about Juliet and an $800 million contract.
well, on the Juliet Holdings, I agree with you. If she has the experience, why not?
Why not? I mean, why not? Why not? Because people are gonna say, I mean, here's the prime minister. If your wife is capable enough, she's as I said, she's duly elected by the people of the country, of her constituency, to be their political representatives. If you are looking persons who have the skill set and the expertise in each ministry,
Why
then
not
you
use
have
her?
her there. Why not? So I don't know.
I don't know, but look away still.
That's say they look out. But Carla, that means as a leader, you're going to do things to look away. But if the country is going to benefit, then who cares if it look away? If it's not illegal, then why should I care? Because as I was saying, Scotty, Scotty is technically my sister. You understand? Me is the aunt on my side. The siblings still. But say, she am my sister. And if I was to become prime minister and I was named in a cabinet, and she come from one place up, so we now calling him, but she come from one part. So suppose she now become MP up there in a my party. Because if she not in my party, then you understand that's what the story we had. But she become the MP, and I am naming my cabinet, and I look and say, okay, I need somebody who is able to now lead the transformation of the agricultural sector. And here is a duly elected member of parliament in my party that has the qualifications, the experience, and the skill sets to lead the Ministry of Agriculture. I will duly invite her to be the agriculture minister. She decide if she want to be the minister or not. And as me say, if she a farm fool instead of farm food, then me take it from her and we'll keep it moving.
You have the power to take it from her.
Right, sir. But people are going to say I'm a friend. Yes, I'm a friend. Everybody knows me and Scotty are friends for a long time. You understand what I say? But she is somebody who has the skill sets and the qualification to be an agriculture minister. You see me I say? So, I'm a friend. But if she go around and not do the job, me take it from her. Then argument done. Me not busy with Scotty if she want to go vex for one part. If it ain't a farm fool, they would then still be agriculture minister. I get too much money I'm on time. Then you don't want the job.
Which is my problem with all of the governments that we have had so far. And just move somebody do something wrong, then move, then go somewhere else.
No accountability. That's a part of the problem in the whole fabric of the country, brother. No accountability. No accountability in their yard now because Pitney are beat parents. No accountability in their school. No accountability in the government. No accountability. We don't even no account no more.
Woman no one get hold themselves accountable. Man no one hold himself accountable.
Nobody now hold they one another and nobody accountable boy, yeah, brother. So you think run. You understand? Oh, me have something more to talk about as the caller. Tap your eyes, man. No bother with it. You know, work will come to work. You see, no want get paid, no want work, you know. That's why I not deserve no raise.
Right.
You call, sorry about that.
That is it. That is right. Quickly on the other point. I also agree that I've been saying it from I was in high school. I've been asking the question: where is it that persons are being appointed minister of ministries and they don't work? They have never worked in that industry, or they don't have any qualifications school wise for that ministry. Then the ministry not gonna run properly.
Yes, sir. But which is true, and I agree. But say, you see, Royal Reed, you see, he was a principal of a JC for a long time. He was a teacher and he get education ministry and dog not even walk past down there. You understand? So it will not work out, you know. But I think that is the right way to go. You understand? Royal is just a different animal. He make different. You understand? So
we all know all the reason why that went the way it went.
yeah, man, they're them different. They run on one part, but I think that is the right way to go about it. If you want the best result, you get the best suited person for the job. That is my thing. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Although there always people will say Dr. Ferguson is another example of someone in the industry getting the.
You mean Ministry of Health? You mean Fenton?
Yeah.
Oh.
Fenton, right?
Fenton is just probably passing shelf life, yes, and did need some. Yeah, probably Fenton get the job 20 years too late. It's probably is that. I don't know, you see me? Yes, Shango, we still the boat, you know. We're there, man. We're there, yeah, mama. But that's how you think of Carla. So here we go on. You go run. Probably take a one more call and but give thanks to the points. You understand what I say?
All right.
Yeah,
no
man.
problem.
Blessings. Yeah, man. Blessings. Scotty, remember when Hero Clark, I'm up the caller, Hero Clark is a MP. I think he's a government MP. Him did go parliament go say there should be DNA tests at birth. What do you think about that? Because so you laugh about. Ask me what me think about it.
What do you think about it?
Me not think nothing wrong with it. To be sure from early, because these things can lead to some very bad tragedies down the road, you know. So the earlier you find out, the better it is. You understand? Because right now, me still feel my father, you know. So but some people don't really look like their father. You understand? If you're Sambo. Okay, okay, so you look at my father as much as we know. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then your father not a brother.
My father not no, my father brother black, you know my father brother. I frame of my father brother, you know. So we don't think so. You understand? They're about the darker than my headphone. You see me? So, but hear me I say now. There was a next case again where one Umbria file for me out, and when the thing reached one part there, so
in find out
say he ain't no female out.
Ah, boy.
Enough of that going on, brother. Right now, I know nobody file for me.
Listen me, I know of husband filing for his kids in the marriage, and maybe 5 children out of the 5 children is one belong to him.
Hold on, let me take that caller here. Good night, caller. Turn on where you listen upon the thing upon in our street, in our background there, bro.
Wagwan.
Me there, no brother. What you deal with?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah. Shango.
You still hear the background thing?
No, man, you're good, man. Let me answer a question. You're not file for no youth out there.
Hold on. Okay, alright, cool. Wagwan.
Yeah.
The building, we can jump on late.
Yeah, I realize you're forward now. You're not file for no youth out there, though.
So the same.
Hold on, no, man, before, no, man. Me say if you're file for no youth out there.
You hear me, right?
Me, I hear you. You not hear me?
It doesn't seem like he might hear you.
No, it don't seem so. Can me ask me if my file for no youth out there?
Yeah, troublemaker. You're not going.
Oh, you don't file for the youth. All right. Because I say, as my friend, me, they make you know, so you have to be careful.
Careful.
Yeah, so. Yes, me still like hear myself in that background, Shango, man. As a man who do them things, you know, should I know better, man?
Yeah, the DNA thing. We don't know the DNA thing already and all these things.
Yeah. Yo, me still like, I want Shango.
Yeah, man, come back.
Yeah, you still have to sit there and listen to, man. All right, talk to me now, bro. How do you do?
Yo, Wagwan.
Me there.
I see that say, cabinet reshuffle, PM not taking news
Salary and teacher strike. Yeah, so when I look at cabinet reshuffle, I really rescuffle. Can't know what about shuffling not go on.
No go on.
You understand? So look at movements and things. Miss opportunities if you ask me. You understand what I say? The only one that make you support wholeheartedly is Floyd Green going to agriculture. I think that is a good fit for him. And I think that he has significant potential down there. So you understand?
Yeah. As I say, I look a pandemic thing go on, but then we did shuffling from.
He ain't go up on one hotel go for a fool.
Good. Yeah, which is good.
Yeah, man, you have to be accountable for your actions, man. Scotty never pleased, but it is what it is.
Yeah. About the Prime Minister saying him not taking the PA. I mean, like, Andrew Holness, if you ever hear this or if you listen,
Then listen, man.
We don't understand. we don't understand this.
Yeah.
Because I follow him on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So I have been watching.
Follow him on Twitter, man. You follow him on.
Yeah, everything when I post my Instagram is like, yo, the money I know, I have to go away, I have to take that money here because it makes sense. And I be them stuff them I post. Affirmative stuff. So, all of a sudden, you're like, yo, man, I'll take it.
Because the people, them a cry, brother. You understand? If people
all
them...
of a sudden, remember, you know, we have to act like we don't understand what I mean. Oh, all of a sudden, my apologies, Scotty. My apologies. Bless up yourself.
Good night.
Come like she gone now.
She always in her phone.
So, my thing
Yes,
is,
me I
you don't
respect.
understand how all of a sudden the man.
And because of the backlash, man. So he might
the
try
public- the
appease the
public
public.
outcry.
You understand? And I try appear to be, you know what I mean? Going against.
Are you
the
saying
thing.
he's not genuine?
I don't know.
How it look now
Scotty.
when you come up with something like this or you know, pass something like this.
Right.
And then you never anticipate.
You think they never anticipated? You think they never anticipated, Shango? I'd be very surprised if they didn't anticipate it.
Well, them anticipate it, but we're saying this is a part of the ploy. Like, say, yo, straight out the road.
Yeah, man, you have to test the waters, man.
I take 15.
But bro, if nobody never did make no nice, Mark wouldn't just take 20 and he wouldn't just not take none. The man them gone in a sunset. You understand? If people never did make no nice,
Then sail away.
Sail away.
So, what we basically I say is that them go the highest of the threshold.
Yes, sir.
To make the people them make the nice. So when them go 15, people like, all right, we can't work with the 15. We not beat them too bad.
They're not roll back nothing. They're not gonna roll back nothing, Shango. The only roll this is rolling forward.
Oh my God.
They don't roll back bad. But the PM have to do what him think him have to do. You know how politics go. You understand? And Mark got 20, so him go 0. You see me? So, a 1 up, I guess, could be. Or him could be genuine to you know.
Yeah.
Shango, I don't know the Prime Minister from Adams. You understand? I have never exchanged words with him. Zane, so I can't tell you if him genuine or him sincere about it or is just. You understand what I say? Apply.
It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe that this genuine when it is after the fact. Is an
But Shango, between me and your silly brother, Shango, watch your maths. Remember saying, me I get $28 million. Zane, and me say, yo, out of that $28 million there, me no want $19 million out there. That rough in the brother.
Yeah.
When I think me not say that.
Yeah.
Yo, that there.
Me not
Set
say that.
away. All right. So, Lady Young, good night. So let me just fix this, Shango. I guess you came on late, but that is not how it works, Empress. He cannot be on a ministerial wages. The Prime Minister is only paid one salary. You work with government, you're paid a single salary. You're paid the highest level. So you hold three responsibilities. You get the salary for the highest one. However, because he was at $9,160,000, that is where he will remain. Yeah, man, 9.16 million, man. Zane, that is where he will remain. So he's not yes, Lady Young, and you're correct. So he have whole heap of responsibilities. However, he only get a single
One
salary as a
salary.
prime minister. So he doesn't get a payment for Minister of Defense. He doesn't get a salary for Minister of Economic Growth and Job Creation. Him not get just one solitary salary him get. You understand? Yeah, but Lady Young, you know, listen me, you know. Lady Young, I tell me no. All right, Empress, fine. That's okay. I don't know why you're here, but trust me, what I'm telling you, that those are the facts. As a matter of fact, Shango, stay up on the line, because I know your credit enough. Zane? So let me read something for Lady Sashana.
I call through.
Yeah, your Wi-Fi is strong. So listen to this now, because I shared this earlier. But for the and this article was posted in the Gleaner Empress. Zane? And as an educator, I would have seen where colleagues of mine have gone to the ministry on secondment and they only receive one salary. Their job is still there for the duration of secondment, but they can only receive one single salary. This is how it has always been. So let me just give you some information. So let me read it because people came in later. So Prime Minister Andrew Holness is seeking to dispel what he describes as misinformation on his decision to relinquish his salary increase. According to a statement from the Office of the Prime Minister, there have been assertions to the effect that while Holness will not take the new salary as Prime Minister, the higher salaries for cabinet ministers or a combination of members of Parliament and ministers' salaries would apply, as Sashana is saying. Zane? But the OPM, which is the Office of the Prime Minister, noted for an abundance of clarity, Holness does not receive separate compensation as a member of Parliament or as a cabinet minister. So, Lady Young, I hope you're following. So, whilst he's MP, whilst he's a cabinet minister, whilst he's PM, he only get one single salary, $9.16 million. So, let me continue. And Lady Sashana, it's okay that you're very, you understand, strident on your point, but sometimes we have to understand that the facts and the opinions, they are not the same thing. You understand? So let me continue. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, who constitutionally must be an elected member of Parliament, and the chairman of the cabinet, is also minister with responsibility for the office of the Prime Minister, so that's a one-arm responsibility, minister with responsibility for the cabinet office, and minister with responsibility for the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. Plus, he's also the Minister of Defense. Zane? And the PM, right? So listen to this now, Empress Young. Zane, which shall we reach? For these discrete functions, the Prime Minister receives only one salary. So I hope that is clear.
She's following along.
It added that this is in keeping with the long-established principle of government of Jamaica that individuals paid from the consolidated fund, which all politicians are paid from, so like them take some money from Jugs money from you, Scotty. Or so all of them money they're going at the consolidated fund. Yeah, man, me just say. Yeah. So all of them money there, they go into the consolidated, and that is where politicians are paid from. So that individuals paid from the consolidated fund shall only receive one salary, regardless of the number of discrete jobs or functions they perform. So even if the Prime Minister have a 30 portfolio, he will be only paid one salary. Okay, Lady Young? Yeah, man, I am most happy to edify. Yeah, man, because you see, we do these things also to try and combat some of the misinformation and disinformation. Because the truth of the matter is, me like when we argue with the facts. We get emotional because we are people, but we are not driven by our emotions. I like that. I like the facts. Eh?
You're not driven by your emotions?
Right, let's
not most of the time, sometimes.
You remember there's a call on
yeah, man, Shango, I'm a G, man. Shango not complain. Hey, Shango know me at...
Yeah, man, give me that get paid from the consolidated fund.
Yeah.
So this fund now has gotten massive as far as me see it, because
No, man.
Amount of money that
No. They've consolidated funds solid for a long time, you know. A whole heap of money go over there for all sort of place, you know. So, for example, like say, if you should die now and you have some whole heap of money in a bank and nobody not claim it, over them part of them money going on and them sitting there. You understand what I say? If the government sees asset and it is sold, it go over in a consolidated fund and all
I
of them something.
I understand Shango's
Yeah, man, I
reasoning.
understand what Shango say. No, man,
We
it can't.
must grow big since the
because
other day.
if hold on, Shango, there was an article where where the governor of the Bank of Jamaica said that the $1.7 billion that will have to be footed by taxpayers will not have any material damage to the economy because the country are gonna make you money. That's the way I'm saying. So I don't know. Remember, say the G them said the economy are recovering, brother, and all sort of place.
This is the next question.
Yeah, ask me.
Maybe the man them peep the consolidated fund and them I look right and I say, you know, sir, what
The Minister of Finance would I know why in there?
Maybe we have to go look over here, say, you know. Maybe.
The consolidated fund is public knowledge, though Shango. You can, as a matter of fact, there's very little information that you cannot access through the Access to Information Act. Parliament that's a law. So if you want to know how much money the M&A receive per X date at X time, you simply send up a letter to the Access to Information and them sort it up. I don't know the full process, but yes, it is available. We just don't love information in this country. We just like hearsay, you understand? But the information is out there. So
jump on some of the Bank of Jamaica website and I look if we can find it.
What, the consolidated fund info? Yeah, boy, easy. Yeah. Do some research and link me back again, man.
You know how much you need for true.
Yeah, man.
I think it's a moving thing. I don't think the consolidated fund stay at $32 trillion. You understand what I say? Because
money goes in and
yeah,
comes
man. Out. Every day, man. Every day. You see what I say? And it look like it's solid around there. And if you're making something more tight to that. So Shango, here we go on. So him say him now hold on upon that. Him do some reshuffle on one part and the teachers then strike again. And them things they go on boy place. You understand?
Yeah, but the teacher them must strike again. Because you beg the teacher them not to get no money. And now I take this big money. So me I guess say, yo, I have money where I can get out.
But really, that's why the teacher them must strike still, you know. I know that's why they must strike still. According to them, they are striking because there are some anomalies still surrounding payments under the restructuring. So some teachers don't get them right paid. Some teachers are get paid late. Some teachers still not get paid based on all accounts. So those are the things. So it's not really because for them thing raised right. You understand? Yeah. I'm going to tell you what them say now. Because I only can tell you what them say. Because I don't work on a JT like. You understand? Don't would be a different place if I did. So that's the next story for you next time. But yeah. I have had growths with the JTA for a long time and they're not change because the JTA is a social mobility vehicle if you get what me I say. You understand? The JTA is for principals to aspire, so a primary school principal to aspire to a high school, becoming a high school principal, and a high school principal aspire to become a tertiary education principal. And the cycle goes on, bro. That is what it is. That is what it has been, and yeah. Also, I think that the JTA, based on my observation, has been. Let me say this the right way, because I'm not try to offend nobody, but in my view, in the past, has been a political organization. So let me say that as well. And I'm saying that as an educator of almost 20 years in this country. So yes, that is my observation.
Craziness.
Yeah. So, you know what I think of. Yeah, bro. So, the teacher union is an affiliate. See me? So, I not to get into, as me say, I have, Shango, listen to this. You see when me come here at night time, I may always say this. You see, 90% of the things I say is 5% of the things I can say or no. Because yeah, man, and trust me, like, my views on some things are very far to the left or far to the right sometimes. You understand? But me also respect people's views, and I don't come here to impose my views on anybody. I share my opinions and my views, and me keep moving on. So I'm nothing to nobody. Me not have no time for that. You understand? I'll listen to your views. I'll agree or disagree, because I'll tell you some me agree. So when CT come, I tell them me agree with some things. I'm telling them me disagree with some things. That's how the thing go. I not have no time for that. You see me? So that's how we do my thing. Me not an agenda. You understand me? I say the only agenda me have is for Jamaica land we love to live up to its full potential. You understand me? I say to be a country where my grandchildren and great grandchildren will enjoy living in. That is it. Because Jamaica being a better place in my lifetime is very unlikely. Too much things have gotten too bad over too long a time for it to be fixed overnight, if you get what I say.
But alright, given that you just said that, the next 20 years, where we are look pan with all of this madness.
The abyss.
It depends, bro. It depends on our leaders and citizens going to decide that this is the Jamaica that we want, or we want another Jamaica that we're going to work towards. So are we going to accept things as they are and keep going through the motions and allow things to get worse? Because trust me, they can get worse, brother.
Much worse.
There are so many examples around the world that shows you that it can get worse.
Around the world.
Not very long. You understand what I say? But then there are also examples around the world that it can get better. Look at the crime situation in El Salvador. Not saying that we need to go to those extremes, but it is trending down.
Yeah.
You understand? Look at the economic growth in some countries around the world. It can happen.
When we think about other countries like El Salvador, countries like Singapore, when we think about these countries, you realize that it requires certain type of activities. It requires certain type of behavior.
It requires sacrifices to bro.
Yeah.
Some of us as people are not willing to make those sacrifices, though. I can tell you that.
Yes. Given our position too, with how connected we are with the US and how connected we are with the UK.
Certain things can't fly because we don't have a backbone, bro. We don't have, bro, Singapore hung a second person recently for smuggling ganja.
Yes.
2 people in recent times for smuggle ganja.
Yeah, man.
Hang me not say imprison them, Me say hang them.
No. Hang them.
Okay.
I saw the article.
So you come from over that side, you know what the rules are. So when you break the rules, this is basically the consequence.
Yes, sir.
So you make up your mind.
And I suggest if nobody smuggle ganja, I'm just saying that there are countries out there whose leaders are hell-bent and upholding the law that exists there. Because different people culture for them culture. I can't tell Singapore how they run them. It's not my culture. You understand what I mean? They must know why them culture is for them culture.
Volume low?
Your volume? No, man. Me I hear you loud and clear on my headphone,
No, somebody in the chat said they weren't hearing. The volume was low.
Oh, me no know.
Maybe for them thing want to turn up.
Maybe, me no know. Yes, sir. Probably me there
I'm really close to my mic and I'm
because me ain't too close now still, but say me there now.
It wasn't yours, it was the caller that was saying.
Okay. Sometimes you just need to have a close the stream and open it back. You see me, so Shango, what I'm gonna do here, brother? I am still hopeful because, as I've said before, that anything can change, man. If you have the will, you have the mindset, you are willing to make this work. I know as a Jamaican that in order for some things to change, there has to be some sacrifices. I am very aware of that. You understand?
I agree that things can change, But with this gross misstep by the leaders, it looks sticky.
You mean with the salary increase, eh?
Yes, the man them want to grab the bag and like them want to run off with it. Saying if
they're not run gonna win, man, because they're going to seek re-election next election, man. They're not run gonna.
No, but when we say run with it, we don't mean like lead Jamaica.
No, man, I know what you mean,
like,
man.
That is what them want for them bags always big. People are suffer.
Yeah, man. Many people are suffer, bro. Many people, as me always say, when me have conversation with Scotty sometime, I know we are complaining about some triviality. Me I say, sis, you are going. We have to give thanks because when I go to bed hungry at night time, you understand? Well, on my side, the youth them good. You see me, I say, people out there can't find food to eat, bro. That is the real. That look here. You have people in Jamaica tonight who lay down now hungry, bro. That is the reality we face. You have children who come Monday morning, them parents can't send them go to school. Whether we go say the parents them careless, yeah or nay, them can't go to school. You
It
understand? We
remains
have
the
people
family.
who are sick now and cannot get the medical help they need. Whether we are going to say this or we are going to say that, that is the reality. You understand what I say? We have people now who are going to lose their houses next week and them cars next week because they are forfeited on their payments. That is the country that we live. I mean, this happens all over the world, and don't get me wrong, but the reality is the reality, and that is our reality. And the flip side of that to Shango, because we believe in a balance. There are many wealthy Jamaicans living in this country, sir. Sir, listen to me.
Yep.
There are more Porsche, BMW, Mercedes-Benz than Pro Box in Jamaica. Take it from me. Made up on the road every single day. I can tell you that.
Balance still, cause
So don't feel like say I be a sufferation and go on around here. Enough people around here, I do alright, brother. But you have people around here when I do alright. And that is just the reality. And the truth of the matter, I think that the disparity between those who are doing well and not doing well is not as great as people think either. You understand what I'm saying? But people are doing well out here. I mean, so you have, and I know just not eye color people are doing well around here. I know black youth, me know a doctor now, a lawyer, and I drive them BMW M4 and them Porsche, and you understand what I say? And them artists, many artists, many artists, brother. It's like an audition of artists on the road. You see me? So that is just a reality.
do we see the driving of these, what I call now, top cars? Remember, a lot of these cars are on loan, you know.
Yeah, man.
It's not like these people are buying these cars.
Yeah, which is true. But well, I know, Shango, if you can have
To
a
obtain
PR
that
loan
loan.
for your Porsche, it means you work good money.
Yeah,
You understand?
Some of the people them basically I try to live with the drone.
Yeah, but you know what thing go Shango, a credit run the world now, you know. In America, everything a credit. All if you don't want the credit, you have to take the credit, innit? So I guess,
Yeah.
I mean, I understand what you're saying about trust me, you have first thing, you have a whole heap of youth and empress who are getting wealthy off the stock market in Jamaica. I can tell you that. Me not get there, you know. But say, cause my luck come like say me defecate on church step with the stock market. No, brother. So me why me no know what go on. You understand? But trust me, and then you have a lot of young professionals in this country. Check. Just if you go on Twitter, some very young doctors and lawyers are doing exceptionally well financially. Some of them, I don't know why them advertise them thing, but they do, and you see it. So trust me, it is not all doom and gloom. Jamaica is still ripe for growth, still ripe for maximizing its optimum potential, but with corruption, with lack of vision, with indecision, with political tribalism, with bureaucracy, and bureaucracy is one of the things we are hurt. For me, I tell Scotty this regular, I think the system is designed to frustrate those who don't have the surname or the fame or the bank account into oblivion. If you're frustrated, you try to buy this, you try to do this. And for example, let me put this out there. And I hope somebody from SCJ or the Ministry of Agriculture is listening. We hear that we want young people in agriculture. I have been wanting to do some farming for a long time. See? And it has been a challenge, bro, to acquire land to farm. You understand? Remember saying, means that you to grow up, comes in nothing, and we are trying to make something. And like we're born comes in a land running a place, we have to try to acquire that. It has been so difficult trying to get land to lease. Idle lands, that is there, you don't know who forgot, you don't know who to talk to, you don't know, because so we talk a lot, we want agriculture to this, but you have people out there who want to get involved in agriculture, but it is so difficult to get access to the resources to do what you want to do. You understand what I'm saying? So that's a part of the thing. And then now, so it is so difficult for you to get into the door while a man with surname and a certain level of skin color and certain address because of who know who and who know who, him thing gone, so brother. But you are try only thing from when you can't get through to it because you don't have no name, bruh. Yeah, but changing the last name in Mahatma is one, but you can't change your name and you don't have no fame back it, brother, because who you? Then me don't know you from run a master.
Change your last name.
You understand what I say? So I just saw the thing go. I can't. I have tried to do many things in this country to earn some money. Legal and again, brother, me not. So the youth them go do illegal things, you know. I would never do that. But these are some of the reasons why people go through the back door them sometime, and that's why corruption persists, because in order for a man progress certain ways, him have to grease a man palm, bro. And the eat a food thing get rampant from.
Yep.
That's
you have
true.
to try the side door because the front door.
The front door is only accessible to some
the way
people.
that you'd want people to go.
Only certain
it's
fingerprint
so
can pull the front door, brother. You
Yeah.
understand? If you don't have the fingerprint there,
But
you don't make no sense. But Shango, we're going to
even
talk
a
about
simple
it.
thing like the ear.
Go ahead.
Me I say even a simple thing like the era where me come from, where you're not creative and all of that and stuff like that. Just to get simple equipment into Jamaica.
Brother, bro. Remember, you know, me tell you, say, my initial dream was to start a tech channel. Can me tell you, say, Unbox Therapy and MKBHD and Jonathan Morrison and Austin, I did something there. And I said, all right, so what you are doing now, that is what I wanted to do. I couldn't buy a phone for myself much as to buy a phone, come here for review phone, brother. Where me forget it from?
Yeah.
You understand what I say? So, bro,
Rough.
in order to get in my bro, when last time I changed out my camera gear, yes, thank Scotty, big of yourself. I love you for lie. You understand what I say? Brother, bro, no, she not on a link.
No, me not.
She went up and bring them down herself. That's a next story for your next time. But I saw the thing go, brother.
Next story for your next time
Yes,
too,
man.
Yeah.
You see me, I say, I want to change out my camera gears soon enough, soon again. See it? Because I probably want to switch brands now because I video me focus on.
But the other day, me still like
Me advertise,
you
but
change
bro,
out.
yeah, me not change out it in brother because in order to change, you need to change.
Oh, you just
You understand what I say? Yeah, man. So at the end of the day, forgetting them gear there again, brother, is bro. So in my studio now, I bring in everything in here, and brother,
yeah,
me spend more money on WAF than me spend online
On
on
the
Amazon
things.
and them places, brother.
yep.
So something.
And the worst part about it is that if you want to do it, because you want to make them make money, you want a government, you want a country to make money. But when the ridiculous prices where they want to charge you and what they want to do, you're like, but this can help to benefit a work we are going to do, you know.
Yes, sir.
We are going to make you make money from
Where Shango gone?
I usually always just walk in my stuff them.
Oh, yeah, but you see, some of the things that me use, me can't walk them in, brother. See, that's the reality, I think, in Shango. You understand? Some things too heavy for walking, some things too big for walking.
And as I say, you have to go and get the link now for kind of go around the system. You have to go side door because the front door locked basically.
Brother.
It's locked to you, yeah.
Bro, it things that are weird, bro. Like with the gear acquisition thing, I'm bringing it like I know that first, bro. Oh, as a matter of fact, me I go keep a yard sale and say if any man look nothing for buy, me I make me advertise it for early. You understand, eh?
Yeah, the yard sale again?
Yard sale, yeah. Cause right now, me have some things. Yeah, because brother, you think to, yes, but you think to no brother, yes, when I bring in the gear them, people when you sell out, Zane, and you change, no man no want pay where you think them work neither my lad. Every man when you think them for free. Brother, me prefer give them to Amir if you play with them as to God.
Teach them when you bring gears into Jamaica, don't think about it like that. Because I have brought things into Jamaica, when me I sell it back, but just close my eye and know say, yo, yeah, here. Instead of have this, I catch dust, but I'm going to sell it and use the money and buy something else. Because it's almost impossible.
Brother, right now I prefer
About
give a
man
me them
for
for
like
give a man me
300
things
US.
them in a brother.
I'm going to pay 300 US for bring it in. When me I sell it, I can't sell it for 600 US. Me have to sell it back for almost 300 US and sometimes less.
So I go, bro. So we
Because
stay about here.
brother,
No man remember say I have to pay a custom, you know, brother. No man remember the part idea, you
them
know.
man just go on Amazon and look for the price. So them go and look for the price. Remember say about 300.
But
They're
bro,
like, yes,
me's a man where me's a man where always sell my cause I know them things I depreciate, you know, follow. You understand what I say? So normally, alright, let me tell you how me sell things. When me I sell things, me normally use prices for eBay as a guiding point, bro. That is how me sell. Cause me can't sell new, you know, new. You understand what I say? So me normally look for some good and normally average out across probably 5-6 eBay stores. You understand what I say? And find a good price for your man.
Yep.
But that's the next story for your next time. We're going to run in a brother now, because we're going to wrap up in the night. You understand me? I say me there for a long time.
Man. Yeah.
Give thanks enough for other Shango. We're there.
2 hours ago.
Yeah, man, from 7:30 me there.
Good night.
Yeah.
Me that focus on one different thing. I'm just come on. I'm like,
Brother, not say a word, man. We know a thing, man. We know a thing. We appreciate the support side speed, man. You know what I mean?
all right.
Tonight, tomorrow, Sunday.
Tomorrow is Sunday. We're going church.
Tonight a Friday night and tomorrow a Saturday, you know.
It's a Sunday. It's a Friday and Sunday, so
yeah, man, that's for true, but no, but hear me I say, true, normally me stream on a Friday night, really, so me I think that tomorrow is Saturday, but me get trick at tomorrow is Sunday. Rice and peace day. Yeah, son.
Red rice and
bless up on yourself.
Guidance enough for other Shango.
Good night.
And I chat bless up on yourself same way.
Yeah,
Guidance.
man.
Good night.
Some motor vehicle, man, like some in a Jamaica, let me tell you the vehicles that whole price, sir. Hondas and Toyotas. That's why they. Me don't know about no other vehicle running the whole price of Jamaica. You understand? And just like that, only phone and one price around here, iPhone and computer, MacBooks. That's the reality, Scotty. And trouble me and trouble you know. That's the reality. No, we gotta look at me like you know, an iPhone. You understand? Peeps, big up on yourself, you know. You know, I appreciate the support. Scotty.
Yeah.
Welcome.
You forgot to say honeymoon where I come from?
Oh, Scotty British, we welcome you. The people them a bother me and ask me for you. Shango, me even offer iPhone and say she don't want it. You understand what I say? So me no bother offer them nothing. You understand? So I just keep my things them to myself.
Shango, I like Android.
You can't
I like
me not say nothing. It's an Android girl. I don't have an Android phone to give you. You understand?
That's what I want. I tell you I want the 23 Ultra.
That's why when I take picture, I look like a 33 10 and you use techie. And
get me the 23 Ultra and we are right.
Expert, go on family. Sure. On behalf of the Samsung group, we love our Android phones. Thank me not trouble you, lady Bernadine. I not trouble you. You understand what I say? Yeah, I not trouble nobody. It's the iPhone, the Apple ecosystem work for me. You understand? Everything interconnected, interlinked. Me not have to worry my head. You understand? But alright. Peace. Big up on yourself, you know. We there, yeah. Mama and Papa. Scotty, big up yourself. Welcome back. The people them been ask me. They understand. I'm tired to tell people.
They say man cook red rice and rooster tomorrow.
So enjoy your Sunday. If you go to church, pray for I. Lady be Empress, big up yourself in the man. Big up yourself. Me say they help me earlier and show me the focus. Then when we are link up on the rock. Scotty, when we are link up. And them control them things, you know. Scotty control all bookings and schedulings and these things.
See you?
Allow me to tell?
Technically,
the people then say when I link up.
We'll plan it.
Okay. So, may I tell them, say, yeah, I plan it? I didn't tell a lie. Yes, Scotty, congrats on you.
Yes. Let me say it again. I did not get married. I'm single and available. Hey, boy, stop telling about me.
I never said nothing about your married. Look where.
Are you talking about me going for honeymoon? And I have heard you said it countless times. I'm not married though. I was just on a little bit of break, and then I had equipment malfunction.
Can mash up the things in your yard. Xavier say, oh, single. You
Yeah,
go on.
keep me a bit moving.
Well, I check my memory card there, you know. So make sure you say, you know, depend them. Peeps, big up on yourself, yeah.
Good
Good
night,
night.
guys. Good night.
Enjoy your Sunday, and I'll see you Tuesday for interview, premiere, and thing. And big up on yourself. Walk good. Step with you. See, I'm going to play 2 tunes before I left here, sir.
5 and 4, 9.
You know, I have to play that tune before I left, you know. For that Tibet, big up yourself in the end of the world today, you know.
Introducing to you. Teach them.
You can't come here and play bass.
Yeah, we select a voice too.
I'm not tell you something, I have to read the voice, man. You know what thing, come on.
We are living in a serious time. Yes. Don't let the devil blow your mind. The
Time is so serious. A National Indoor Sports Center, man, say party to keep, you know. They don't forget money for rent that, brother. You know, say a serious time we are living in.
Who is that? Oh, Caribbean
Expert. Move. Now, the camera, them and them sitting there, man, because we come on from last week and our camera now turn on. You understand? Me have to change out the camera down there. And she still a cuss. And I won't try to harm anyone. Father Day, speak up yourself, you know, $5 jerk, man. Mahatma. Charles
you
Scott.
many times.
You know, one day I go shoot me out, man. I film style that. But I still hear them, I'm afraid. This, you need to tell Joe Kitchen to fix up Caribbean, Clarendon Park, Josie Beef there. Me tap there what they and I look funny. You don't look like the party there nice again. I know your friend in the cause I be a rich friend I got, you know. I them man they race with pan Sunday. If fast scare them. This is the race. They are fast.
Yes, I said it. What are you, babe?
The more you live is the more the lifetime is so serious. Party them pop down, Clarendon Park, Asta. Yeah. Andrew Honest, okay. MS, speak up yourself, you know. Yeah, man, we know. That's not my thing. And I can't, we don't wish that upon nobody, you understand? Yeah, big up all of the moderators, you know. You know what thing go? I pay a flagging from them nagging. You see me? Alright, Tibet done, so I'm gone. Peeps, big up on yourself, walk good. Step with ya. Safe travel upon and grab. You know, so I'm not really outrate, you know. But I'm gone. Still, then if me say
you use the inch of your outro same time?
If I use my inch of my outro, you know, that makes sense. I'm gone.
Teach them. Always make sure the message reach them.
Live from Kingston, Jamaica. Broadcast.